Good to go.
What's up, Barnhill family, and welcome back to your home for all things combat sports.
Yo.
Thank you guys for joining us tonight on the third live of 2026,
Let's
three
go.
weekends in a row. We have not missed a single one yet, Nick, and the streak continues.
Yeah, I know it. This has been pretty good. The UFC, after taking that long hiatus, the off season, we'll call it, it's been nice to have fights just back to back to back. Keep coming. Even a little competition tonight. BKFC has got their Knuckle Mania up in Philly tonight. So there's a whole bunch of fights in the year. PFL was this morning. So,
yeah. That's I always miss most of the PFL because I forget that they start at like 7 or 8 a.m. our time.
Yeah, half the time they're overseas and you just don't wind up seeing it. Same thing with one. Half the time there's great cards on one, and I find out about it 24 hours after it happened, and I just can't keep up with the time difference. And then the fact that it's either Friday or Saturday when they fight, and I can't ever keep up.
One championship is usually Friday nights.
Friday nights.
That's what I found.
Friday nights for America.
Friday nights for us.
Okay.
Yeah. So it would be, I guess,
Saturday
night for them. You know, so because it's almost a full 24 hours ahead. So
but we can go all over the globe and find fights. But the UFC is in the Meta Apex tonight.
Yes,
and
they are.
And look, they've been doing a lot of construction over there. It seems like the Meta Apex. I don't know how many seats it is. It looks at least like 500 seats. I heard it could be up to like 1,100, but it doesn't look like they've actually put 1,100 seats in there yet. But I do think it's kind of cool that they're letting some people go. Now, the only thing I worry about is like the Apex fights have had a vibe since they've started, for better or for worse. They're not the same as a live crowd, but they're Apex events, and there's cool things about them. Like the silence can actually be kind of interesting at times. But I'm interested to see how the Meta Apex adding 1,000 people will change that, because it's a live audience, but it's not 18,000 screaming fans, and it might be kind of weird. All I can put it in comparison to is the Zuffa. Zuffa's had a couple of them, and they've had a few hundred people in there, but it didn't really feel like a big event. It still felt like an Apex event, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see if they keep doing the Zuffa boxing at the Apex. I don't think they're going to. My guess is they're not going to take that show on the road until they have it a little bit more buttoned up and some of the bigger names where they know they can, actually put some people in a stadium.
I think if they do one or two big cards this year, Callum Walsh is their guy. He's kind of their leading man right now. Dana White likes him. He's got a cool style, and that they could get into the international play in this year by taking him to Ireland. I think he'd do pretty well. You could get Conor McGregor in attendance, and you could have a good event. But I don't think they'll wind up, touring the world like the UFC does for a couple of years. And I love that Dana came out and said that. Like, take notes to all the promoters out there, regardless of what combat sports you're in. Dana White, who's the most successful combat sports promoter of all time, got into a new sport at the top of any game that there's ever been for a guy in his industry, and he didn't try to jump to the absolute pinnacle of the sport.
Yeah,
and that's the issue that so many people that want to have the next big promotion, they wind up doing. They're like, no, we're going to be the ones to compete with the UFC. You can't do that. And it's proven by Dana White not being able to just jump into boxing, even with all the money he's got, even with all the deals he's already done. You can't just jump in and take over overnight. And I think it's actually smart that he had a forecast to see that. Like, okay, I'm not going to do it overnight, but I'd rather do it my way. And in 10 years, the Zuffa boxing takes over everybody, as opposed to being a flash in the pan like some of these other.
Yeah, exactly. They're trying to slow roll it. It's a long play with Zuffa boxing.
Yeah.
They're not going to overtake Eddie Hearn in a year. They may never overtake Eddie Hearn, but what they're trying to do is build something that's a platform that is uniform, that is understandable with the rankings and stuff like that. There's not 1,000 different belts,
and consistent too.
It's consistent. And then just build it and bring the talent in and build the talent from within.
Right.
The UFC's thing has always been to build to recruit the talent, build them, with shows like it was The Ultimate Fighter. Now looking for a fight, but now Contender Series is it, man. Contender Series is hot. Some of the best fighters are coming out of Contender Series right now. And the whole model of the UFC has changed, where these guys are, not looking for the Anthony Lionheart Smith, so to speak, that this guy's fought every regional circuit there is. He's got 45 fights before he's in the UFC. No, ththese guys are 5-0, 6-0, 7-0, and they're getting an opportunity.
Right.
The UFC's signing them young, and then they're building that talent. And they've gone and fished in the Bellator pond a few times. I mean, just look at Patchy Mix.
He's gone.
They just cut his ass after 2 fights, just came and went. And Aaron Pico, they had high hopes for him. I still think Aaron can do okay. And maybe I'm just like one of the last few hanging on to the Aaron Pico hope. But I mean, he looked good against Lerone Murphy up until he didn't. He just made a stupid mistake. But
there's no easy fights in the UFC, and Aaron Pico's chin is not going to ever get better. So that's what I see the issue is. Like, he's a good fighter. He's got the skills, but then all of a sudden, as soon as he gets touched, it's the Cody No-Love effect. All caution to the wind. Let's get out there and get this guy out. And these high-level fighters, they see that pressure and they know how to deal with it. It's the bull and matador.
Yeah.
If you come in too, brazen like that, you're going to get slept by everybody, even the unranked guys at the 145 division.
Yeah, and that's the problem. And a lot of it's the mismanagement of Pico's career.
Yeah.
Maybe he wouldn't be so chinny if he weren't allowed to have been brutally knocked out at, 18, 19, 20 years old.
They almost did the extreme version of what boxing does, right? Boxing takes people up 40 fights before they give them a tough competition. And then, Aaron Pico in his debut was like on the main card, I think at Madison Square Garden. If I'm wrong, it was like maybe another epic venue somewhere in LA.
And like I think he was like the feature bout or like the co-main event,
right?
Like 18 years old. That's crazy.
It's truly crazy. But either way, he's not fighting tonight. I'm sure they'll put him on the White House card or something. But we do have some pretty interesting fights tonight. We're watching the highlights right now. This Vinicius character, man. Vinicius Oliveira. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, interesting fighter. Oh, we got a little pause in the action.
Okay, yeah, we got to switch over, guys. Give us just a second.
Nick, is yours?
Yeah.
Little technical difficulty here.
It's loading to go to it.
Okay. So if everybody's watching, I guess you're running to the same thing. We're seeing the fighters, a little bit of the replay from the weigh-in.
There we go. We are back on. So, okay, cool. The interesting thing to me is this guy Vinicius Oliveira cuts over 50 pounds to make 135.
Crazy.
So he said he's living around 190. And here's the thing. Like, if you look at his record, he's a tremendous knockout artist. He's got 16 knockouts in 20-something fights.
Wow.
However, his last 3 fights were against better competition, and all 3 of those wins were by decision.
Yeah.
So he is knocking out the guys that are on the lower levels. He's not knocking out the guys that are at the highest level.
Mid-tier, you should say. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, because Ricky Simone, I wouldn't put him at the highest of level, but very good still.
Oh, yeah.
So here's the problem. If he can't knock Mario Bautista out, and this is a 5-round fight, not a 3-round fight.
Yeah.
He's cut over 50 pounds. Mario Bautista's game. He's durable. He's smart.
Yep.
Fought Umar to a very close fight. I could see it getting really nasty for Oliveira if he can't get Mario out of there in the first 10 or 12 minutes.
Yeah. I believe most of the time when you see these guys who cut a bunch of weight and they do wind up having a power advantage over their opponents in their division, if your body's able to cut 60 pounds, by all means, I wouldn't recommend it, right?
Yeah.
Like Aljo, in my mind, when I think of too big for bantamweight, I always think of Aljo when he was walking around like 176 fighting for the 135 belt. Because that's a jump. If you're telling me he's 15 pounds bigger than that, then he's probably got a ton of power. But again, 5-round fights are different. And he usually starts fights well, and he's game and entertaining in late rounds, but he's always a little bit gassed. He's one of those guys that just keeps coming. And it's interesting to see what might happen in 5 rounds if he does, because we've seen him tired in 15 minutes. So those extra 10 minutes, we know Bautista is going to be all right, and certainly looking to get back in the win column. He lost to Umar. Umar since has bounced back and got another win. He wants to, stay active and get back after it for the year. So I think, we made predictions on this one. I was thinking Mario Bautista.
That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah.
Because he knows how to fight really smart. And it almost is sort of like the John Silva, Arnold Allen sort of. We've got a guy who's composed and sharp and knows how to win rounds and fights. And we've got this unorthodox guy.
Yeah.
Right? And we don't really know what he's going to do, but he's dangerous at all times. So I'm sure it'll be a different fight, but I'm interested to see how Bautista game plans for Oliveira, because you don't really, the element of surprise is something you have to account for. But again, they try to come at you when you're least expecting it. So I want to see how Bautista bounces back after a loss and how he deals with some of the weird stuff that Oliveira is going to throw at him.
Yeah.
That's Jacoby there.
So Dustin Jacoby versus Julius Walker.
Dude, Jacoby has if he wins this, he should be on the damn White House card.
Yeah, the thing about Dustin is he's kind of one of those BMF guys that flies under the radar.
Yeah.
Like he's as tough as they come.
Yeah.
He's also 11 or 12 years older than this fella. So it's going to be interesting to see. This looks like this guy has got quite the chin on him. But
yeah,
Dustin Jacoby, when he was younger, he didn't have the same output that he does now, oddly enough. He actually, lands almost 6 significant strikes now, which before it was only like 2 or 3 per minute.
Wow.
Right. So his output as he's gotten older has gone way up, which is pretty interesting. So do you have an early prediction on this one?
For Jacoby?
Yeah, Jacoby and Julius Walker.
I'm more familiar with Jacoby. So I like his style. I love a power puncher. I'll probably lean towards him, but there's a few fights on this main card that are pretty hard for me to determine. They could truly toss-ups that could go either way. But yeah, if I had to lean one direction, I'd say Jacoby.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I like Dustin Jacoby by second or third round TKO.
What are the odds on it?
Let me see.
Oh, Doc showed me a video of you sent. Was that Nigel Houston?
Yeah.
Is he paralyzed?
No, he's I got a fractured skull, but besides that, I think he's fine.
Oh my God.
That knocked him out cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're seeing an advertisement for Nigel. You guys watching any of the Olympics, by the way?
I tried earlier. You don't start the Olympics with men's figure skating, women's hockey, and co-ed curling and expect me to get entertained. So I didn't actually watch that much, but I had it on.
I want to see the women's figure skating and the men's hockey.
Yeah, and then no curling.
Yeah,
No.
I'm good on the curling. That's.
I won't say too much, but one of the countries came out with their flag and got booed by the entire place.
Oh
This is how
man.
the world is right now, and it's wild to see.
Oh yeah.
You feel bad for people. It's like they're not freaking.
Yeah. Well, and the Olympics, I missed the opening ceremony too. But
I watched it last night.
I'm sure it was wild.
My son loves flags. That's his thing.
Oh yeah,
he's
he
big
does.
into flags.
Yeah,
so he got his little flags out and he was
Yeah.
like waving them. But and without fail, every single country that came out, he had to know what flag that was.
Well,
So-
and he knows most of the Caribbean flags and stuff like that, but they don't really compete in the Winter Olympics as much.
the
So-
Jamaicans do. They got the bobsled team.
bobsled, yeah. You're gonna have to show him like the Russian flag, the Swedish flag, the Finnish flag. Those are the teams.
Yeah, he was the Greece flag he liked. He thought that
yeah.
one was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So let's see. Let's get to the lives here. So we got 8 watching on YouTube. What's up, everybody?
Yo.
Thank you guys for watching. We got 9 on X right now, and we have, let's see. So guys, if you don't know, we're live on YouTube, X, Kick, and Facebook.
Damn right.
So yeah, we're doing this thing. We're hanging out for all the UFC fights, as many as we can. We're going to try to do 100% attendance in 2026. Can't promise it, but we are doing the best that we can.
Absolutely.
So let's look at some of these stats. So you got Dustin Jacoby,
Mm-hmm.
21-9 and 1 draw versus 7-1. So
So a
obviously,
grizzled vet record versus a promising up and coming record.
exactly. Both coming off a win, both Americans. 6'3" for Jacoby, 6'4" for Julius Walker.
Big fella, huh?
Yep. Weighed in at 206. So big fella, 78-inch reach. And I'm trying to pull up the odds here to see where they're moving.
Was it Dustin Jacoby's last fight? He knocked out that young guy that looks like Pereira.
Yeah, Jacoby's had some good wins lately.
Has he?
Yeah.
He's like 24, but he looks like he's like 40.
RoboCop?
No. He's just a big, looks like Pereira. I can't think of his name.
Okay, so guys, Chris, are we doing the timestamps again?
So I don't know much about Julius Walker. I've heard his name, but I don't know much about him. So
Well,
he's
He's
almost
new.
to pick
He's
him
new,
fight.
he's new to pro fighting.
Right.
Only 8 fights, and certainly new to the UFC.
Yeah.
He's actually got the fewest pro fights on the card. It was a stat they just threw up there.
Yeah. Joe Martinez in attendance tonight.
To give him Buff a night. Buff's had 2
Yeah.
long weekends in a row. I mean,
Busting ass.
so yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
in the US and then immediately to Australia. So
Yeah, which they better not do that again this year. Let's
Yeah,
not do two
yeah.
numbered events in a row.
Please don't do
again.
2 numbered events, UFC. That was
That was rough.
that was tough.
And it was weird because like by the time the post-fight press conference was out, there was like countdown and I'm pretty sure an embedded for like the next week.
Right? Yeah. I was like, I'm watching the post fight press conference, and then I'm watching the embeddeds right after that.
There was
So-
one cool embedded where it showed Johnny Anik after the Gaethje fight.
Yeah.
The camera went to him. He's like, "Now we'll see y'all in Australia," and then it cut to him in Australia. It was cool.
Oh yeah.
All right. So Jacoby's actually a favorite here, -175.
Yeah, super close. Plus 150. So
I think that's the right. I mean, Jacoby's a vet. He is older, you know.
and look at that record too. 12 of those fights in the UFC. So again, he's not going anywhere.
Right. That's the deceptive thing. It's
Yeah.
easy to be 8-0, 9-0.
Yeah.
You know, when you've got the majority of your fights in the UFC and you've still got a winning record, then you know you're legit.
Dan Miragliotta reffing his 500th UFC fight.
Nice.
Only the 4th ref to hit 500.
Congrats to Big Dan. Man, I remember when he first started reffing. I remember when he
Yeah.
was the new guy.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
All right, guys. So if you're watching along with us, round 1 just started. We got the clock on.
452, 451, 450, round 1. Jacoby, both guys looking in orthodox stance.
Very active with the hands, both of them.
Yeah, Jacoby's a little heavy in the front leg, but you don't mind it when somebody's being that active. You know, he obviously his footwork is plenty right now, and just because he's heavy in the front leg, he's still not available to really be attacked. We got patience out of Walker, trying to close distance with pressure, but not a whole lot of offense. Right, a good tactic, but
Jacoby's landed a couple nice jabs.
yeah, Walker gets tall right there. You see how he immediately got tall?
Ooh, nice step in
Nice.
too for Walker.
Clean 1-2, right down the pipe. So he looks like a patient guy. He also looks like he's got some hind quarters on him, some legs. You know, he's wearing the baggy pants, but he's got some big legs. It looks like.
He's a big fella. I mean, he was the 1 pound over. He used that grace pound. He weighed in at 206. So.
I heard there was 4 missed weights for this card.
Yeah,
Dana. Yeah, there's been a lot of craziness since the Paramount.
What was the
fight.
fella's name with the face tattoos that pulled the Daniel Cormier last weekend?
Oh man,
They cut him. They cut his ass.
You know what? Good, because you don't want to. I can get past the face tats, but once you start to try to cheat the system, and
Jacoby's
then he oversold it. You can he clearly pushed like 7.5 pounds into the thing because he originally weighed like 122. And then they're like, all right, step back on the scale, step off the scale, son.
Get back on the
step on
now
the
he's
scale,
130. Yeah.
And then he was 130. Yeah.
Jacoby's working a front choke here.
I can get past a weight miss, but I don't like trying to cheat it.
No,
but I do like it when it's Daniel Cormier, and I do like it when I don't mind it when it's Hamzat.
Yeah, the towel's easier to get closer to it.
Yeah.
Walker made his way back to his feet there. Good round for Dustin so far. I mean, both guys have landed a couple shots. Dustin certainly seems to be, more aggressive in the grappling. He's more active with the jab.
If the people who were holding the towel for DC would have just let go, they would have seen so much like tension.
He probably would have fell forward.
He probably would have fallen forward on it.
You see the Max Holloway one where Justin Gaethje's
Flicks it over the thing. Yeah.
Like, all right, you just freaking
Yeah.
showed him everything.
Walker's got a nice takedown here.
Nice peaceful takedown, huh?
That was an odd takedown because you would think, because if you have somebody over your shoulder and you're in the middle of the octagon, you have the opportunity to take them down in the middle, or the cage allows you to walk, right? You can cage walk and get back up to your feet. So if the goal is to keep somebody down, you actually wouldn't want to walk them to the cage, right?
Right. Yeah, it totally depends on your style of grappling. Open cage, is great for some people, and some people love to trap you next to the cage and basically take away an exit.
Exactly.
I kind of like when people, for the most part, keep the feet towards the center of the octagon and keep the head towards the cage. So if you can pin somebody up, and it's extra credit if you can, get their head resting on the cage and then their back flush up against the ground. That's about as bad as it gets for trying to create space.
Yeah. Walker's got good control here against the cage, landing some knees to the back of the thigh, stuff like that. Pretty close round all in all.
Yeah. And these positions like this, these are great for guys who are 7-1. You're getting a chance at a vet and getting to feel some experience. Don't take your time in these moments.
Yeah.
Don't rush. If you see the finish, of course, go for it. But a guy like Jacoby is around for the full 15 if you don't take him out and you're, you don't find the big shot. So these younger guys definitely, they learn pacing in this phase of the career. They learn when to go and when not to go, and they learn all the little experience things in these type of situations. Jacoby could benefit from the yawn technique here. He's got his back taken on. He's on the feet. Start elbowing the forearms of Walker.
Yeah. So I think Walker's starting to take this round over with the control.
Yeah. I'd like to see him do a little bit more, but he is landing some strikes.
So yeah, Jacoby is I would say the first half of the round, Dustin, he's picked Dustin up a couple of times over his shoulder like that.
Now that was a little less peaceful than the last one.
Exactly.
Pretty good.
Ended the round on top of Jacoby, throwing a few elbows. So
he seems to like his striking, but certainly isn't opposed to getting in there and grappling a bit. Got some good takedowns in that round, good control time. But also the stiff 1-2 in the beginning of the round, some good jabs, good leg kicks, a lot of damage to the legs when he had him in the clinch.
So if we look here, total strikes, 18 for Jacoby, 13 for Walker. I'm just looking at the updated stats on the UFC site. 3 takedowns for Walker, 12 significant strikes for Jacoby, 9 for Walker. So, yeah, the striking was definitely, the upper hand was to Jacoby.
Yeah.
But I think, I would probably still give Julius Walker that round just because of the control time.
Well, and he did more damage too. The shots he landed looked like they landed a little more flush.
Yeah.
Jacoby looks a little tired, but
Walker was a little gassed as well. So.
Yeah.
All right, guys, round 2 starting right now. Back out both guys in the center of the cage again. Jacoby's he's looking for something with that inside leg kick.
He's reaching though. You see how he's reaching. He's leaning back and reaching with a hook, and even reaching a little bit with that lead leg kick. He's fighting very reactive right now. Ooh. Oh, beautiful. Hey, he reacted the right way that time.
Really nice timing on that overhand by Jacoby.
But don't let him see. This is the mistake I believe Jacoby's making right now. You crack him like that. It doesn't matter if you land the next shot, just make sure you throw it. He's on wobbly legs and he doesn't. Yeah, there you go.
There you go. You got to follow up now.
Right down the pipe.
Beautiful 1-2 for Jacoby there.
And this is when you need a
beautiful 2 for Jacoby.
Big shot.
Dan Mergliata letting it happen in his 500th fight.
Yeah, he wanted something memorable. Walker
Jacoby walked away like that was a mistake by Dustin. That was not something you would expect a vet to do. A walk-off KO is beautiful, but he wasn't knocked out.
Yeah, but
these elbows are big.
This damage. Look, he's out. He's out. Yeah. He's out cold.
Yeah, Jacoby in the mounted position now, raining shots down. Second round TKO was what I called for Jacoby. Here we go. Let's go, baby.
The guy's been knocked out several times.
Yeah, Dan's going to have to jump in and stop this.
Yeah, come on.
Wow. Dan Mergliata is letting this go way longer than it should have.
Jacoby getting it done.
Dustin Jacoby. So you think, Dan, my God.
Yeah, that was.
It's like somebody's going out on a stretcher in my 500th fight. Good Lord.
Damn.
Dan Mergliata.
Damn Mergliata.
Dan woke up and chose violence this morning. Look, Jacoby's exhausted from that flurry that Dan made him do.
Yeah. That was brutal.
Wow.
Great way to piece it together there at the end. I was worried he was getting too patient, but then right when I said that, he just opened up. Beautiful 1-2 down the pipe.
Dustin Jacoby.
Drop your
Absolutely.
thoughts on that one.
Yeah, drop your thoughts on that one, guys. Let me
What's
pull up-
next for Jacoby?
That one too was absolutely beautiful.
You know what fight I was thinking? Are these guys 205?
Yeah, this is light heavyweight.
I'm off by a division, but you know what fight I was thinking would be pretty cool?
What's
would
that?
be at 185, Share a Bullet versus RDR.
Yeah, that would be a good
I
fight.
feel like it'd be an interesting fight. I mean, like RDR for sure can win if he takes to the ground, but he likes to strike too.
Yeah, that would be very interesting. Let's see here. Let me pull up the next fight that we've got. Masimoto.
Lorosenko in the suit again.
So they got Sanko, Fitzgerald, and Felder on the mics
On
tonight.
the total mics.
On the total mics. And for those of you listening to us, we appreciate that.
These are sure mics.
They're not totals. But if Sure wants to sponsor us, we'll certainly take it.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a crazy sponsor. You get some sound equipment?
Yeah, that'd be
pretty
really
sick.
Nice.
When they
So-
think we sponsor you, all you say is sure.
Yeah.
So good opening round, or good opening fight, rather.
Yep.
Let's see. So next up, we've got.
I'm excited for this next one.
Yeah, Matsumoto versus.
Is it Hassarat?
No, yeah, it's. My computer is freezing. There we go. Fareed Bashrat.
Bashrat. Undefeated.
So yeah, there's only one loss between these two fellas for like 30 fights. So both these guys are real good. Brazil versus Afghanistan, bantamweights. Got a pretty sizable reach advantage for Fareed.
Mhm.
And yeah, I think my early pick on this was Fareed by decision. I think that he can get it done. I think he's got good ground control. Matsumoto's, you got to watch out for him. He's powerful. So it's going to be interesting to see. But
it
yeah,
feels like there's a lot of violence in the air at the Apex tonight. I'm seeing a finish. You know, sometimes when you're looking at two guys, they're both, you know, still they're not young in their careers with 14 wins and no losses, but they still aren't total vets yet.
Yeah.
If you've never tasted defeat and one guy has only tasted it but one time, you might have the advantage if you've already suffered defeat once.
Yeah.
Right. Sometimes when you're 14-0, 15-0, you really do start, and you have to.
The pressure's on to be perfect.
Yeah. You believe that you're perfect. You believe that you're slightly gifted more than everybody else.
And everybody's thinking, well, shoot, I'm 14. I'm halfway to Khabib.
Yeah,
you know, like,
exactly.
And then the pressure starts mounting. And I've talked to a lot of fighters that, you know, said that they felt actually, I mean, obviously you never want to lose, but felt a breath of fresh air after that first defeat. They're like, you know what? I'm human.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the drawing board and go fight again.
When I made my pro debut in boxing, I was like, I'm going to have a flawless victory. I'm going to go get this guy out in the first round. And unfortunately for him, he's not going to touch me. Bang, get dropped in the first round.
Come back out and win by knockout in the second round.
Yeah, because I was sloppy. I was bringing my feet together and he timed it right. And had to do that, have that conversation with myself in between rounds. But yeah, great knockout by Jacoby.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. That 1-2 was money, and then he followed up with that big uppercut.
That's like the shot everybody dreams to get in a street fight, like the
guy on his knees, and you just land a massive uppercut.
The uppercut on a kneed opponent.
Man, Dan really let this one ride out, didn't he?
Yeah. That first drop was the one that looked the worst. It looked like he recovered pretty well, but sometimes people get woken up by shots.
Yeah, that happens. But the first 1-2 was beautiful, and then he set it up with a straight after that kind of folded him. But then he got right back up. Walker's a tough guy.
Yeah. He's representing America. He wants to fight on the White House.
Yeah. Let Jacoby fight on the White House.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
We need some fun. We need some fun American fighters on the White House card. I think Jacoby would be a good one.
Who could he fight? He's not trying to think.
Yeah,
I was going to say just off top, I was like maybe Alberg, but Alberg's too close to the belt.
Way too close to the belt. Yeah, I do think Jacoby's going to be top 15 after this win.
Yeah.
Here. Probably 14 or 15. Good deal.
Yeah,
good on him, Dustin Jacoby.
For sure.
All right, let me put a poll up in the chat now.
Chat it up.
Who you?
Yeah, every finish gets 25K.
Yeah, that's
the
nice.
incentive is there now for people to finish fights. This looks like some pretty good boxing. Matsumoto looks like he's tight with his boxing.
I did not think Matsumoto was going to be Brazilian.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Japanese
Brazilian-
in Brazil. Yeah,
a lot of Japanese in Brazil.
If you think about jiu-jitsu, it came from judo in Japan.
And also they love sushi there. I think there's like a lot of Japanese people, a lot of Japanese food,
Oh, wow.
all sorts of stuff. And a lot of them actually get the Japanese tattoos.
Do they really?
Like
Oh,
like Pereira
yeah,
has the dragon and the Chama, and he should get Chama tattooed on him somewhere.
So let's take a look at the odds for this next one. We've got -300 for Farid. So pretty sizable favorite. Not as much as the following fight, which Olin Jacek is a -700 against Marc-André Barrial. I picked him to win by a brutal knockout.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, and he's with the Fighting Nerds.
Yeah.
So like we were talking about, they win together, they lose together, right?
Yep.
And it seems like right now is a winning season for the Fighting Nerds. So Marc-André Barrial, he's one of those guys that whenever I was out there for 293, he was just on the schedule with us.
Yeah.
So he was in all the shuttles we were in, and he's a nice guy. We didn't talk to him that much the first day, but as we kept seeing him, you just start seeing the same faces. You start chatting with him, and he was a good guy. And yeah, I like watching him fight. He's always in entertaining.
He's always
fights.
fun. He's always in a good fight.
Yeah. If the White House card was happening in Canada, I believe he would probably be on it.
Yeah.
But
Drake House.
oh man, Vegas looks nice right about now.
Speaking of Fighting Nerds, you see Gene Silva is not happy with.
Rufy, yeah. What is that about? Rufy and Silva have beef, and
They're close enough to fight.
yeah, that's the thing is maybe they're just brilliant and they're setting up a fight in the future. But I heard John Silva was like, I'm going to go to. Well, I think it was him. I'm going to go to Ilia Topuria to have him teach me how to beat Volk. I guess he's found the right person.
Either him or Islam. One of
Yeah,
them will show you.
yeah.
Or that guy like in his first fight.
By the way, Usman Nurmagomedov won the main event in PFL today. His corner was Umar Nurmagomedov, Islam Makhachev, and Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Yeah,
So
that's you
as-
can't beat that corner.
As stacked as a corner as you can ask for. And Khabib was in full-blown coach mode tonight, or in the PFL.
Yeah.
He didn't even go back in between fights. He was just like somewhere by the cage because the next
Well, I
guy
think like
coming
every
in-
fighter on the card, basically, or
Yeah.
almost every fight on the card had one of his fighters on
Yeah.
it.
And only one of them lost. Crazy.
Can you imagine being that guy?
Yeah. The flight home, you just I guess I gotta go to 2-3 years Dagestan.
All right.
All right, they're showing a little highlight.
So
reel
we're
for next
split
up.
in the chat here. 50% think Matsumoto. The other 50% think Farid's got this one.
Word.
So this bantamweight's a good division, man.
Yeah, it's always got a crop of new guys.
Yeah.
coming. and then 2 or 3 of them wind up going on win streaks. 2 or 3 of them end up being staples, kind of in the bottom of the rankings. But 135 is always going to have just stacked talent.
No, 100%. All right.
We got a short, stocky build versus a long, lanky frame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was your final call on this one?
It really could go either way. I think I was kind of leaning towards Hasparat, but I like the way Matsumoto is it was just shadow boxing, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna lean towards the side of that one loss being good for as a learning experience.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with him.
You're gonna go Matsumoto.
Yeah.
I like Farid by decision.
Yeah.
3 rounds to none.
Yeah.
Maybe 2-1, but clear cut decision.
Yeah. I guess it depends on how crazy these guys come out.
For sure. I think this is going to be a high energy fight. It's going to be a very technical fight.
Yeah.
Man, these guys in these smaller weight classes now, they're just so damn good. Like everybody's so good. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's so talented. And you have to be when you're the smallest guy at your gyms.
Yeah.
practice. You know, if you're a 25er and you're at a gym and the next best guy that you like to train with is a 55er, you got to get pretty good, at defense, at getting in, getting out. Your speed goes up. And then, of course, as the smaller person, when you start to land, you know, your shots on a bigger guy, then they go, all right, I'm tired of this. And then they start planting a little bit more. That's when you got to get even faster. Thank you, Chris.
No problem.
I didn't even notice that.
And these ads are a little long, aren't they? 220 seconds.
That's ridiculous.
What's that, 3 minutes?
Yeah. Skip the ad.
So we're just waiting like you guys, 102 more seconds for this ad to end.
And right now we're setting sail.
If you haven't already, drop
Ooh,
that
looked good.
Drop your vote in the chat. Who you got in this one, John or Fareed? Yeah, talking about the fighting nerd stuff, I wonder what's going on with Rufy and John Silva.
Well, John Silva seems like a very emotional type.
Yeah.
I think it's just cool that we're getting to know more about him, but he is certainly an emotional type, and maybe the personalities clash a little bit,
possibly
because, but you can't have beef with all of them, right? Because Bahallo and Prates, Michelle, there's so many of them. They're all working together. I can't imagine there was a full blown falling out, but if there was, who's the one that ended up leaving for good? Is it Rufy or is it John Silva?
It seems like it was Rufy.
Right.
It seems like Rufy's leaving. I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I wonder who's going to be in that one guy's corner. That like.
What if
the Polish guy? Yeah.
What if Rufy spent 2-3 years Dagestan? I mean, he's got the striking.
Yeah.
2-3 years. Go to Team Islam.
There you go. I mean, that's honestly what a guy and the guys in a grapple heavy camp would benefit from somebody like a Rufy giving them striking rounds. So, you know, sometimes it's like, yeah, it's great to be a striker and go to a great striking camp, but sometimes like it's better to seek out what you're not good at, because you're going to be in a room full of guys that are really good at what you're not good at.
Yeah.
And you're good at what they're not good at. So it's mutually beneficial.
It's even trade. Yeah. 5'6" to 5'8".
All right. So here we go. So 17-1, John Matsumoto versus 14-0, Fareed Bashrat. Fareed is a minus 300 favorite, plus 240 for the underdog. Pretty much all the same on the tail of the tape, except for the reach. Fareed is a little bit lankier, a little bit longer wingspan.
He's got to use his reach, which I'm sure that's what he's made his career out of, is being the longer guy at 135. He looks actually taller than 5'8", if I'm being honest.
He does, but some guys are like that. They look like they're kind of lanky. They got long arms, makes them look a little bit taller than they actually are.
Yeah.
But if you look at the cage, like where the top of the cage is, he does look a little bit taller.
He
than
looks
5'8".
a little taller than 5'8". Like, I don't think that Sugar Sean O'Malley's 3 inches taller than him. I think they write him down as 5'11".
Exactly. Yeah. All right, here we go. So
Matsumoto.
Yep. First time closing as an underdog.
Every Brazilian city sounds like the most Brazilian thing ever.
Yeah.
Bragança Paulista.
Yeah. Hiroshima.
Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Okay, here we go. All right, guys. So we're going to put the timer up on the screen so you'll be able to lock in where we are.
The fighters are ready. We should get squared off any second. I wonder how many fights for Herb Dean this is.
Probably. Well, if
there's 4 that have gone over 500. So.
Yeah, Herb is definitely one of them.
Yeah.
All right, and we're off round 1.
Big John McCarthy's probably the other one of the other ones.
Some feinting from both guys right away.
Beautiful.
Good low kick for Bashrat.
Very fast. Right off the rip, you can see Bashrat's got some good speed, both offensively and defensively. Even that stance switch was very fast.
Jumping knee for Bashrat. Wow.
All right. I might be too fast. We're only 25 seconds into this fight, but is Bashrat the next Zabit? Okay, we got good. Okay. I like Bashrat. I think this is okay. I'm changing my prediction. I think Bashrat wins this one.
Matsumoto definitely has some hands. He's got good boxing, but it seems like Bashrat's on a different level.
He strikes a lot like Zabit.
Beautiful jab by Bashrat there.
Watch for some kicks. He's setting up a kick. Oh, beautiful elbow. Step in elbow. Okay, Bashrat looks like he comes from a very credentialed team. Whatever,
he's got Mike Brown. He's got Mike Brown in his corner.
Yeah, very high level.
Yeah.
Must have had some sambo experience or something growing up, because the way he's chaining it all together really well.
We've got a little cut on the cheek of Matsumoto. I think that came from that jab.
I think Matsumoto was planning a slower paced start.
That would be the fight he would want, kind of a more methodical, striking match. A lot of hands.
But he did close distance quickly a couple of times, and that's why Bashrat just opened up with some big stuff. If they fight at this pace for the full first round and nobody goes out, then I bet you it goes decision. But if it keeps going at this pace too for too long, I could see it ending in a finish.
Yeah, definitely. Really, really high pace first 2 minutes.
Good defense with his hands. Good guard from Bashrat.
Bashrat's got a really good lead elbow. Ooh, look at that. As soon as I said it.
It's an up elbow and a downward elbow, sort of. Beautiful takedown entry.
He's mixing the arts very well. It's amazing that in how stacked the bantamweight division is when you see two guys to this level and neither one of them have a ranking.
Yeah, completely unranked and fighting at this level. Yeah, the game is really changing. So, again, in the clinch, Matsumoto's just gets reversed there by Bashrat. Bashrat looking for an outside leg trip. I think Bashrat's money has been at kickboxing range, honestly. Yeah. Yeah, he looks really good there. Obviously, he's beautiful switch stance, spinning elbow. His extracurriculars are high level. Yeah. What he's doing to attack and the speed, he's able to find all these opportunities with the speed. Yeah, Bashrat's speed is really something else. Looking for that outside leg trip again. Yeah. Okay, so his I don't think he needs to go there. He's doing really well from a kickboxing range. If he can just keep the fight right there, he'll be. Yeah, he'll either find a finish or he'll be cruising to a decision. Yeah. Matsumoto's tough. He's eaten some pretty big shots so far. Yeah, being the slightly shorter guy, this helps him when he's pushing up against the cage because that head positioning right there, get the head under the chin. Now he's kind of broken his posture down. Bashrat's doing a good job, but Matsumoto, if he can get his head back up under the chin, you can control the spine a little bit more. It really does make a difference. Yeah. Trying to muscle up a guy. Okay, there we go. Oh, nice. Matsumoto with the dump there. But, is it worth it? What happened there? Nothing. Nothing. Yeah. Bashrat's only going to work back up, build a base right here on the cage. It's not that hard to get up from here. And that pickup and dump was exhausting. Yeah, it was energy expended, you know. That was a bad decision. He's looking to dig the underhook. Bashrat got it. Some McGregor shoulder strikes would work right here. Yeah, this fight is really, really fast paced. Yeah. First round flew by. See, okay, so Matsumoto just showed me something. He really wants to mount some offense out, especially out in the open, and he just blitzed in, but got very square and threw some punches straight down the pipe. Now, beautiful uppercut. Yeah, Bashrat just landed a clean uppercut right in the mix. Nice, beautiful timing. Man, Bashrat's really good, man. Okay, his disruptive timing and his ability to pay attention to what his opponent is about to do, phenomenal. When we talk about the Matrix, that's what you're talking about. Yeah, when you know exactly what somebody's about to do and you're in that flow state, man, Bashrat's there. Quick swig.
That'd be a great flask brand name. Quick swig.
Quick swig. Yeah, quick swig.
Pick yourself up a quick swig.
I thought of a good name for something the other day, but I can't remember what.
All righty. So clear first round for Bashrat there. Matsumoto is going to have to do something to disrupt the timing and the pace. he's got to either that or he's going to just lose a very lopsided decision or get finished here.
Right. Well, so here's two thoughts for the game planning, right? So Basharat has the speed advantage and he won the first round. So all he's got to do is the same thing. Now, there's two different ways Matsumoto can approach this round. As a counter striker where he waits for the explosive guy to come in and make sure your defense is sound, but land something big when he brings his momentum in forward. Or try to bring the pressure him and take him down. It seems to me like he doesn't want to stand, and that's why he's closing distance to try to get the fight to the ground. But again, yeah, this is
really
not the
high-level
approach.
stuff, yeah.
Not the approach you want against this Basharat fellow. This Basharat is you're not going to get him down from this position here. You've got not even a tie plum. You've got like a one underhook and then sort of a plum, but
yeah, he's having some success against the cage, but Basharat is able to reverse. See, just like that, able to reverse position with the whizzer there. Spinning back kick.
Hey, I like that he throws. He's down to throw some wild stuff, and
Beautiful
he's got the
jab,
speed
too.
to pull it off.
Speed, accuracy, and I think you said it. You hit the nail right on the head. With
Beautiful shot. He's got him wobbled on the feet.
timing disruption.
Basharat's about to get it done right now. Uppercut. Watch for the kick or knee. Knee up the middle. Oh, shoot. Something's
Nice.
coming. Something cool's coming. Get ready. Basharat's about to go.
Yeah, he's very patient. He's very good with his shot selection. It's not what you'd expect. Beautiful plumb to the knee. Nice snap down.
Great countering. All right. He's leagues above Matsumoto.
Yeah, and in a situation like this, if you're Matsumoto, obviously you still got, the better part of 8 minutes to try to win the fight, but it's got to be frustrating that there's an answer for everything that you're giving him and you have none for him.
Yeah.
What do you do when you're the slower, more methodical fighter who, is not unable to keep up with the pace? He's trying his best to land those big shots and he's throwing heavy, but
he's dog tough and he's even landed a couple good ones, but no marks on Basharat's face and nothing has dropped him or phased him or wobbled him. You see some of these clean boxing shots that Basharat's landing are wobbling Matsumoto.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, Matsumoto's in a good position here. He's working off the back. Basharat's building his base to get back up to his feet.
Yeah.
Let's see. And Basharat's back up. But nice mat return there by Matsumoto. He's hanging in there.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. He's got to get the fight where he has an advantage, and it must be the ground where he thinks he will have the advantage. But you got to do something because right now you got 2.5 minutes.
Basharat's grabbing onto the cage hard.
That was just chilling.
Took Herb a good 4 or 5 seconds to see that.
Nothing better than when Conor McGregor had that situation and had his arm pulled out of the cage, and then as soon as the ref pulled it out, he just put it right back, and he's like, "All right, whatever.
I get to do this."
He's like, "All right, Khabib, do your thing, Khabib."
So Basharat looking to break the grip
Peter
there.
Yan would work well here, right?
Yeah, Peter Yan elbowing the arms of Merab Dewalsh really was a technique that I had not really seen many fighters use. It again, Matsumoto with a mat return. I mean, this is a smart way to finish the round for Matsumoto. Not to say that it's even going to win him the round, but he was really freaking hurt with some of those shots. He's doing what he's got to do.
He's making the round competitive, but I'm really worried about his conditioning for round 3 because when you're getting beat up and you have to force a fight to the ground, it's exhausting to get it there.
Yeah. And
he just had to do that. So I know this next round is going to be exhausting for him if he gets out of this one. Beautiful jab. Basharat has found that jab all night long. Right down the pipe. Disruptive. He's slightly longer and he throws it faster. So it's just landing. Oh, beautiful.
That
uppercut to a roll.
Money for Basharat.
Uppercut to a roll. He rolled right under the lead hook.
Nice 1-2-1 there. I love that 1-2-1. Everybody thinks 1-2-3, but the 1-2-1 is a reset. You can really pop that last jab off.
Yep. I got one that's even better. 1-2-2.
Yeah,
that's
one
my
really
one because all humans, even if you account for the 1-2-1, everybody seems to if you tell anybody that fights, give me a 3-punch combination,
you're going to do
99% of them are going to go 1-2-3. And so if you ask somebody to give you a 1-2-3 punch block combination.
Yeah.
They're going to give you the 1-2-3, just like that. Parry, parry, block. If you throw the 2 twice, it's parry, parry, block, and that second 2
It's
has a
coming
wide
straight
open
for the face card.
Yep.
So
So
beautiful 1-2 there by
Yeah.
Bastrad. He's going right back to that 1-2, and then he's resetting with a nice jab. And
That's
that lead elbow is nasty.
and he's landing it better than almost anybody I've ever seen land that strike.
Yeah.
Especially in MMA because the range is different. You know, you'll see Muay Thai guys that are just vicious with the elbows.
Yeah.
But in MMA, you got to close that distance. And we see a lot of people try that technique. In John Jones, he's one of the few that can land it. Bastrad is landing it more clean than almost anybody.
What do you guys think? Pretty much all Bastrad through 2. What can Matsumoto do here to pull this out? He's obviously got to find a finish in this round. I'm expecting him to come out pretty strong. The problem is, you know, especially with as crafty and unpredictable as Bastrad has been in this fight, I think if Matsumoto opens up too much, that Farid may actually find a finish. You know.
Yep.
So pretty clear 2 rounds to none. That 1-2 slip and then the jab to reset right here. I think. Yep, there you go. I mean, just beautiful technique out of Farid Bastrad.
Yeah, the timing on his jab has been disruptive for Matsumoto all night long.
Good fight so far.
For sure.
And again,
high
I'll
level
say,
fight here.
Yeah, the fact that neither one of these guys have a ranking next to their name shows you how good bantamweight is. Beautiful check hook to open up the round for Bastrad, and there again, exactly as we said, Matsumoto's coming out looking for the finish. He's swinging, kicking, throwing everything he's got.
Yeah. But this clinch work is eating up his energy and it's killing the time.
Yeah. Well, Matsumoto's got him against the cage again.
Fighting with some urgency for sure. But
even if he stays here all around, he's still going to lose the fight.
Yeah, Bastrad's fighting smart. You never want to assume what the judges have scored fight rounds, but I think he's probably all right with how the first 2 rounds went. And,
you got to think this is 2-0.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful teep to the body.
Ooh, nice high kick there by Matsumoto.
Yeah.
Nice too by Matsumoto.
Yeah. That's what you got to do. That's what you got. Okay, so if Bastrad, who's throwing a great jab, but everything can be exploited. Everything can be
Bastrad looking for got the takedown there. He didn't like the way some of that striking was going.
Yeah.
Not that he was close to getting hurt or anything, but you know, no sense in taking a huge risk at this point in the fight.
No, certainly not. Matsumoto fighting like hell to get to his feet, but he got there.
So just over 3 minutes, Matsumoto is going to get, I think, more and more desperate for the finish here. But he's doing good. I mean, he's doing exactly what a guy who's down 2-0 on a scorecard should do to try to win a fight.
Absolutely.
Take some chances, get aggressive. If you lose, you lose. You're going to lose anyways. If you might as well go out and make it exciting and try to make something happen.
Risk it for the biscuit. 60 strikes, significant strikes to 69 significant strikes. Not all significant strikes are created equal. And I think that for sure, Bastrad has more and better quality, but Matsumoto's still in the fight. Even
100%.
though he's down. So he's got to get a finish, but at least he didn't let himself get mercy ruled.
Yeah, and he's good against the cage. I mean, he'll beat a lot of guys with the way, with the skills that he possesses. And he's only 26 years old.
He's not ready for it right now, but him versus Song Yadong in a few years would probably be a pretty good fight.
Yeah, that'd be
a couple
fun.
of explosive, smaller guys.
So Bastrad's pretty good with the reversals against the cage.
Yeah, beautiful disruptive timing on the jab. Once again, 1-2.
Matsumoto swinging heavy.
So he's okay. So what Bastrad is seeing right now, he could throw the exact same thing that Ilya threw on Charles Oliveira and have great success, especially with the way Matsumoto is closing distance. It's very similar to how Charles Oliveira was. You see, if Bastrad throws a 2-3-2 right here, Yeah.
He's really good with his rolls. He lands and then he
Yep.
disappears.
And that's actually hard to do in MMA as opposed to boxing. You know, the roll's always there for boxing because you don't have to worry about anything coming from below. But he's not even going down and rolling when there's any sort of risk of a knee. But when he does roll, Matsumoto is certainly not looking for any sort of attack with the legs.
That's a good fight, man.
Yeah, they got a little 1-for-1
Guys are
going.
turning it up for the last minute here.
Yeah,
Bashrat is wearing a little bit of fatigue as well.
yeah, for sure. But he paced himself well for 3 rounds. I think he's figured it out for 3 rounds. 5 rounds a different beast, but
yeah, Matsumoto finishing strong. Good effort on the 3rd round for Matsumoto for sure.
We got 50 seconds remaining. 7 of 11 on the takedown, so not terrible. Bashrat, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that's more than 50% of his takedown, so that's good.
He's defended him well, but he's getting a little tired here at the end. Matsumoto's
beautiful hook there by Matsumoto.
He's just going off pure
He's looking
grit.
to finish. Good for him. Good on him. And Bashrat's really good with those takedowns when he needs them.
Yeah. I wonder how many takedowns he's gotten. He's got a better takedown percentage, but he hasn't had as many takedowns. You know what? It might not end up being fight of the.
Ooh, beautiful knee there by Bashrat.
It might not end up being fight of the night, but these guys deserve a bonus.
Yeah, that was a great fight.
Great fight.
Great fight. So, I mean, either 3 rounds to nil or 2-1 Bashrat.
Yeah,
I think 2-1 is probably the right call.
2-1's fair.
I'm not saying I agree, but 2 people did tweet that it was 1-1 going into the 3rd.
Wow. Well,
we may get a wonky scorecard here. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I had it for Bashrat.
Let me start a new poll. See what you guys think. Poll: who won?
Cat's like you had me at Bashrat.
Mm-hmm. I'll bash a rat.
All right. So I had Fareed 2-1. I think John Matsumoto did do enough to win that last round, but the first 2 were Fareed for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
So far in the chat, 100% on Fareed Bashrat.
I'm going hard with the it's so weird because Monster Energy. The people that they showed buying the Monster Energy don't look like the people that buy Monster Energy. Oh, Zuffa Boxing 3. They got some fighters. They're taking Sundays.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sunday night fights, you know?
Yeah, bring it back. God, Dana's going to have us for
official decision here.
The whole weekend.
Oh, we got a split decision here, guys.
That's crazy.
29-28. So Fareed Bashrat by split decision.
Should have had it by a little bit more of a comfortable margin.
Yeah, that was a clear 29-28. Again, you know, some of these scorecards, so far this year have been a little odd. Rose Namajunas, there was even the Arnold Allen, John Silva one. I mean, I think they got that right ultimately, John Silva, but that 30-27 is berserko.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Arnold Allen won that first round handedly.
Yeah, and I don't understand why we don't hear from the judges.
Yeah.
And why are these people booing?
What's going on with the booing? So some boos for Bashrat.
Really and truly, I thought I won. He said for sure 2 rounds, which I agree.
Yeah, he won 2 rounds.
He knew he'd be tough.
What did he say to the booers? I missed that.
$15-0.
Yeah.
Regardless of the boos, he got the win. 6-0 in the UFC.
Yeah. No, this guy ought to be ranked. And I mean,
So he's on a 6-fight win streak in the UFC. He's not ranked at bantamweight. Tied to his losses on a 6-fight losing streak. And last time I checked,
he's
was number
ranked
12.
at heavyweight. That's so insane.
Yeah.
Seth, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm liking this one under 6 minutes as well. I think Olin Jacek is gonna take him out. I like the power. I like Marc-André. He's a vet, but his time's come. I think he's going to sleep. What do you think, Nick?
Yeah, and there's violence in the air over there at the UFC tonight. So Basharat didn't get a finish, but he certainly could have found it a couple times in there if Matsumoto wasn't so tough. So, I think there's going to be a finish in most of the fights left tonight.
100%.
He's going to London. He must live in London.
Yes. Yeah.
That's so weird. That's one of the flags they won't show. They have like that.
He's from Afghanistan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a few that they won't show. But
oh God.
What did you guys think of the Jacob fight? Crazy final second sub. I actually only saw the finish. I had something I had to do with my family this afternoon, so I was coming back from the other side of Houston. But I mean, insane, like literally saved by the bell. So did you watch that fight, Nick?
Which one?
The Jacob fight, where there was like the last second submission.
Yeah,
they had to actually go to the tape. Yeah,
he tapped. You could tell he tapped with both hands before the clock before the bell actually rang. But my question is, yes, he did tap, but it's up to the referee to stop it. I think they got the right call. He tapped. The other guy deserves to win with 1 second left. But I always understood it as it's not the fighter's job to stop.
Yeah,
it's the referee's job to stop.
100%. That's correct. Yeah.
So obviously he got the tap. So, but the referee didn't pull him off or stop the fight until after the bell rang.
Right.
So I think maybe I'm confusing it worse than it needs to be. But that was sort of the hiccup there. But yeah, 4 minutes 59 seconds into the third and final round,
that
submission.
Was it, yeah.
And that tells you how tight that choke is, because if you can't hold on for one more second, at the 10-second mark, you hear that. You know it's there. But not to keep bringing my own self up, but that whenever I boxed, it was 2 minutes 59 seconds of the second round at the finish.
That's when you got your knockout. Yeah.
There was 1 second left on the clock.
Yeah, but he was out cold. He couldn't get up, and that was it.
That's always a weird thing, because you don't know if they're like gonna the round's over, get back out there, but you have an adrenaline dump. It's weird.
Yeah, I would imagine like a finish right at the end of a round that they actually don't call the fight.
Yeah,
you could suffer, in the following round because of an adrenaline dump. It's an interesting. And in that case, the fight was over. It was the last second of the fight.
Yeah.
But
that happened to Hoffa in Karate Combat. He celebrated after the fight. And they're like, "Hey, you got one more round." He's like, "Well, hell, I just celebrated like crazy."
Yeah, that's the weird. Any of those leagues that add a round, they're like, we could be in a 4-round fight. It's like, all right, well, let's just. We don't want it just a horrible 4th round because they gave it all they had for 3 rounds.
BKFC, that's the boss. The CEO. It's like, yeah, we're having another one.
Yep. Wow. And BKFC had a bunch of like shenanigans at the weigh-ins. Like some guy brought a massive cannoli and like threw it at his opponent, and then it got all over the scale. So they had to like take 10 minutes to clean up the entire stage because there was a cannoli.
I normally don't watch BKFC, but I did want to see this Knucklemania, but it's like, I'm not going to turn it on over this.
No.
So it's like, I hope that there's some time where I can see Ben Rothwell.
Yeah. Ben Rothwell versus Arlovsky. Great fight. There's a girl fight. I don't know what their names are, but I've seen them both fight before, and they're both entertaining. And then there's the co-main, Lorenzo Hunt. He was a pound for pound like top guy, and he's a current champion. The guy from the weight class under him, he goes by the Redneck. Can't remember his real name, but he's like pound for pound #1 right now, and he's a champ as well. So it should be a good night for BKFC. But I do think it started like an hour after this one, so we should be able to catch some of it.
That's good, yeah.
We catch all of it, but not live.
Okay.
Mikhail
Olin Jacek here. We got the Polish Power, and I'm not talking about Jan Blachowicz.
But he does look like Jan.
Yeah, he does, like a smaller Jan. Okay. So drop a comment in the chat, guys. I mean, obviously, Olin Jacek is the biggest favorite on this card on the main card at -700. Is anybody taking Marc-André? I'd be interested to know.
He can certainly win this fight.
Marc-André is a vet, man. You can't underestimate
and his
him.
subs are high level, but he also has power. Like, yeah, you see, he'll get into a dog fight, and again, not a whole lot of one-shot power, but he gets nasty in the clinch, gets nasty against the cage.
And he's a big, strong guy.
Yeah.
This is one of those ones where the looks are a little bit deceiving because Marc-André obviously looks bigger and stronger, but my God, Olin Jacek can hit, man.
Yeah.
That guy's got some good boxing.
Yeah. Marc-André's fight name is Power Bar. That takes me back to Power Bar.
The triathlon days, you know?
The
I can still picture that packaging too, the
Yeah.
gold on the outer rims.
Yes. Where are those things, man?
Where's a Power Bar when you need it? My goodness, these 200-second ads are killing me.
I hate it.
And the worst is they have the timer in the corner, so it's like I know there's 3 minutes now. That
and you know the thing they say is don't look at it like what is it a watch pot never boils, a clock that they're
You probably were too young to remember, guys. We're not talking to ourselves off camera here. Chris is right over there. When one of us takes a bathroom break, you'll see him. He's our youngest brother, the most important of us. For those of you that don't know him, he's our tech guy / video editor / if we didn't have him, we wouldn't be doing this.
That's right. Without him, none of this would be possible.
He's
Joe
the Dana
Rogan
White
to
of
Dana
our,
White. Yeah. Chris.
But those power bars, it's like a little electrolyte.
It was like an electrolyte
candy bar
or like a
eat like while you're running.
Post-workout type thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was real big in the triathlon scene back in the day.
Yeah. And then there was a drink too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he was sponsored by them.
Lance Armstrong won the Tour de France off of just power bars alone.
Yeah. They had the special ingredient called EPO. TJ was like, I got to get my hands on that stuff.
Yeah. That's some good stuff. It's good enough for Lance. It's good enough for me.
Yeah. But like, did you know that they flagged him and like, they're like, oh, he lost the Tour de France because he was on steroids. They had to go to like the guy who placed 18th to find somebody that didn't test hot. And then they're like, 10 years later, they're like, hey, remember when you won 19th place at the Tour de France?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
You got 19.
Yeah. You would have creamed them if
now you're the gold medalist,
Yeah.
buddy.
All right. Oh, is that Disney World?
Here we go. 79 more seconds.
Nope.
Was it St. Augustine? Or is that?
It looks like Bahamas, maybe.
I mean, there's some nice ads, but my goodness, like, can we see a little bit of the walkout? They did better with the second pay-per-view, right? I think they heard the complaints. Like, if it's I keep saying pay-per-view, I'll just switch it up to numbered cards.
Oh, yeah. Daniel probably told them, just go ham with the commercials on fight nights.
Yeah, people want to see the walkouts on a numbered card.
Yeah.
Like, we really do. I guess on a fight night like this, it's like, Mark, is anybody really going to bitch that much if Marc-André Barriouts, walkouts not played?
But if I ever turned on the TV and the commercials ended and Chama had just shot his bow and everyone was going, I would
pissed,
be furious. I'd want a refund. Or like Izzy. He's doing his dance and like you catch him and he's like upside down in a side flip.
Or you missed the Foggy Dew and it's already on Notorious B.I.G., you know?
Come on.
When's Connor coming back, Nick?
You know, he's as alive as ever, especially in the Paramount era. But I'm seeing that he's looking to renegotiate.
Is that right?
Yeah. He said that his deal is contingent on pay-per-view buys, and we are no longer in the pay-per-view era, so he needs to be paid in a different way. You can't really argue that. But
well, Dana said that they had a way to calculate it. I'd love to like get some more insight on that and how they're going to do that. I mean, they do have, $7.7 billion that they can come off of to
Yeah.
give these guys some money. But all right, so last second predictions here, guys. I'm going first round knockout for Mikhail.
Okay.
How about you?
Oh no. I'm gonna go. I'll go decision. But give me 30 seconds to watch the first round to tell you who I think.
That's cheating. Yeah.
All right.
You can change it, but
Barrio.
You go Marc-André. Wow.
Yeah. Well. Okay. Yeah. I mean, Mikhail's good. He's had some losses. 21-9. We saw that record not too long ago. Jacoby.
Yeah.
So he's got the experience. Oh man, this is a tough fight. I guess I don't know him from his fighting nerds camps. He's kind of new to the fighting nerds, and maybe only had one camp there so far. So
I like him knockout first round.
Okay.
Let's see what happens. All right, guys. So we're going to lock in here. If you want to see where we are, we're going to start the timer as soon as the round starts, and we're off.
They just tapped gloves. 4 minutes 57, 4:56, 4:55. Lock it in.
We got Southpaw for Olenjaychuk, Orthodox for Marc-André.
Yeah. The lead hand and lead foot battle are the two things to really watch in traditional open stance fights. Yes, the general knowledge that everybody hears first with open stance is that you need to be winning the outside foot battle. But the reality is people get so caught up in watching the foot battle that they don't think about the hand. Reality is just as important to have your foot on the outside, your lead foot on the outside of theirs. You need to have your lead hand on top of theirs, because there's a quick little jab over the top.
They can set up a lot of combinations.
And everybody that circles to the weak side runs right into it. You see, if whoever has the top hand, if they can just parry down slightly, can get you moving right into the jab hand. It's not a great shot, and it's not going to knock anybody out, but it's effective to land.
Yeah, absolutely. So about a minute burnt so far. Both guys just kind of feeling each other out. A few jabs, a few power shots thrown, but nothing of real significance has landed yet.
Yeah.
Marc-André does seem to be winning. Ooh, beautiful straight punch there by Olenjaychuk. He's got Marc-André against the cage.
Go to the body. He's head hunting. He needs to go to the body. One or two big shots to the body will drop that high guard from Barrio.
Nice straight punch got through there from Marc-André.
Kept composure there, even though he's been hurt.
Yeah, the head hunting is, I mean, it can work. Don't get me wrong. But when you've got somebody brutally hurt and then they're just covered up like that, shelled up, and you rip the body, you usually can find the head shortly thereafter. Yeah. Just like that, actually.
And he's got to be careful because he's opening up and getting really square with Barrio. Barrio is landing just that lead leg kick, but he also landed a hook there just a second ago.
Yeah, and Marc-André can knock you out. Don't mistake it.
Well, and Mikhail seems to have a very good fast two. He's able to push that two really well. He sends it right down the pipe.
And he's got an odd lead hook. He's kind of throwing it almost like the trajectory of an overhand. He's like reaching up and over the lead arm of Marc-André, which is interesting in this mirrored stance.
Yeah.
So, okay. Biggest shots have landed for Olenjaychuk so far. He's working that inside leg kick as well. Looking good on the feet.
Again, head hunting. Being too patient.
Goes to the body there. Hook to the body. Kick to the body.
Oh, beautiful.
Barrio lands a kick to the body of his own. Really nice.
You know what they say, if you want to get a reaction out of somebody and you want to see a certain strike, just throw it at them and they'll throw the same one back at you.
Marc-André's landed a couple of good ones there. A hook, a lead hook and a rear hook, actually. But I do like Olenjaychuk's too. I like the way he throws that power too.
Yep, just landed another one. He lands it well.
He whips it.
But again, like that 1-double-2 I was talking about earlier. You throw that, but redirect the second two to the body. It's a powerful shot. And it's like hitting a bag where once you do make that contact, you can almost push off the torso.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're head hunting, you can miss and kind of just roll off an arm or a forearm or a shoulder, and then you don't make that connection, and now your feet are stuck, and you don't have anything to push off and push back out of range. Beautiful connection for
nice work to the body there.
How do you say his last name?
Olenjaychuk.
Jacek.
Yeah.
I don't see an N in there, but
yeah, think about how you would pronounce Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
yeah.
You know, so
they just hide it in somewhere.
It's somewhere in there. JCZUK. It's somewhere in there. It's a silent letter in there.
It's the N turns, the Z turn sideways.
Yeah.
Good patience from Barrio. He obviously got hurt a couple times this round, but kept.
Yeah, Marc-André's landed some big shots. He is by no means out of this thing.
No, definitely not.
It's what happens when you fight a vet, right? You see a lot of these guys like, oh, and not that 21-9 is not a newcomer, but you know, as far as the UFC is concerned,
yeah,
you know, Marc-André. So okay, Jędrzejczyk actually has double the significant strikes this round that Marc-André Barrial does.
Oh, got a nice overhand to land right there. Good
It
defense.
felt like it was, you know, lopsided, but not double the amount of shots for Jędrzejczyk.
Well,
I guess it is.
I think those flurries when he was hurt really did stack up for Michael. Beautiful shot. Catches the kick, lands a 2 overhand sort of shot, and then takes him right down. Takes the top position to end the round. 3, 2, 1.
First round over. What did you guys think about that first round? I think pretty clear for Jędrzejczyk.
Yeah, I agree. Jędrzejczyk doesn't look too tired. He's not sweating too hard right now. Looks to be breathing all right. I want him to show Barrio, see what he's looking like in the corner.
Okay, here we go. Round 2. So we'll get the clock back up for you guys here in just a second.
Here's some of the highlights. There's that nice 2. That rocked him.
Yeah, that 2 really found a home for Jędrzejczyk.
You see that was a great hook return from Barrio, even when he was just after getting hurt.
All right, here we go, guys. Round 2 starting right now.
We are underway.
Touch up and we're off. I like how light on his feet Jędrzejczyk is.
Mm-hmm.
He moves really well, especially for a middleweight.
Yeah. His posture's a little
Nice
high
jab,
for my
yeah. liking.
I think he's standing a little bit tall. And when he backs up, he goes in a straight line and gets kind of tall. It's susceptible to shots like what Barrio just threw there, but it was a nice timed kick to take his base away.
One thing I'm noticing that Jędrzejczyk's doing that I don't love is he's reaching to parry instead of parrying close to him.
Yeah.
See, that's what's allowing Marc-André to throw that hook over the top.
Find a lot of lead hand strikes there.
Yeah. Parrying is one thing, but reaching to parry is not a good idea ever.
Right. Like a cat pawing at a toy.
Yeah, and then somebody's going to reach right over that and hit you. So 1 minute gone. Nobody's really established dominance in the second round just yet. Nice body
combo.
work to a head hook by Jędrzejczyk there. Good straight 2.
Taking more control of the ring or the octagon this round has Jędrzejczyk.
Yeah. Still nobody pulling away with the round just yet. We're about a minute and a half in.
No.
Jędrzejczyk finding a nice jab there.
Yeah. He's got Marc-André just missing by an inch or 2.
You know, the biggest difference here I'm seeing is that Jędrzejczyk is kind of setting things up.
Mm-hmm.
Marc-André is kind of just throwing. And I mean, he's landing some, but he's not seeing the same level of success that Jędrzejczyk is with the setups.
No, definitely not. But, you know, these times where he's going to the body, he's not really setting himself up for the best shots. There's so many good shots to the body he could be taking right now. There you go. Beautiful 1-2 down the pipe. Oh, he's got Marc-André back in.
Okay, beautiful body kick for Jędrzejczyk there. But Marc-André's
clean-
tough as an old leather
clean
boot,
one,
man.
too.
Look
Hey,
at
if
him.
it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Every
Just
time
keep
he's
throwing
hurt,
it.
he comes right back throwing.
Yep. And this is where he's dangerous in the clinch like this. You see that? These big shots here. This is the type of fight Marc-André Barrio likes. Get nasty, take somebody in there, and you might not beat him or overwhelm him with skill, but you're going to overwhelm him with pace,
Marc-André
pressure,
landed
and
a
power.
big shot there.
Big shot. He's starting to affect the gas tank of Mikhail.
And we got 2 minutes still left in this round.
Big knee. Olin Jacek needs to get away. He's having more success in the outside range. In this dogfight,
This phone booth range is not what he wants to be doing.
No, keep going. Get back on the pressure barrier. This is going to bust a lot of parlays, huh? If he ends up winning this one.
Yeah.
And going to cash
I think
in.
Matty Betts had Olin Jacek by knockout on his cycle parlay that was supposed to pay like $100,000 or $150,000 or something crazy like that.
Bet 5, win $100,000.
Yeah. But no, it's like in his case, it's like bet 6,000 and win $100,000.
$150,000 is crazy.
Wow. So Marc-André really seeing a lot of success. I think there's a pretty strong case that you could say that Marc-André Barrio has won the second round handedly,
100%.
So we're going to be, if it stays the same way, we're going to be 1-1 going into the third. Mikhail's starting to go to the body, which is good.
Yeah, but he's wearing this round. You can see he's bloodied up from the as opposed to after the first round, and his body and body language is not great right now. You can tell he's wearing all the shots.
And Marc-André is still fresh as a daisy for sure.
See, this is what he wants. He just wants to get nasty in there.
Yeah.
His vision's really good too, because he's able to keep his eyes open in these fire exchanges. Nice delayed hook thrown by both guys, but Mikhail got the better of it. Oh, nice hook.
Nice hook by Barrio there.
Both men are sort of arm punching right now, so they're landing a lot, but they're not landing with a whole bunch of power.
What split Olin Jacek's forehead open? I missed that.
I don't know.
Both guys are definitely drawing some blood in the second round.
Oh yeah.
All right, so that's clearly a round for Marc-André.
100%.
Let us know in the chat, guys. Do you give that one to Marc-André? I've got it 3-3 going into the third round. Or sorry, what the hell am I talking about?
3-3.
Yeah, 1-1. It's going into the seventh round. No, 1-1 going into the into the third round. That's where the number 3 came from. Here we go, guys.
They're telling Mikhail that he needs to fight like he did in the first round.
Yeah,
not bad advice because he clearly won that one.
I think the distance battle is he needs to be at that kickboxing range. He's faster, he's sharper. Yeah. Marc-André clearly is stronger and more powerful in the tight phone booth positions.
It depends on whose fight are they going to fight for this third round, because the outside range is a little bit more in favor of Olin Jacek, and the closer range wild fight is for sure going Barrio's way. One of these, we had a couple numbered events, and then we get our fight nights, and the fight nights always, even though they don't have the names, they always deliver.
Yeah.
Great fights.
No, it's been good fights on the main card so far for sure. All right, here we go, guys. Third round. You should be locked in with us on the time. Yeah, I think the winner of this round wins the fight. And so far, Marc-André is trying to take command here.
Mm-hmm. It'd be wise for him to try to take a lead here in this third and final round early, so he can force Olin Jacek to fight a little bit more crazy. Nice beautiful hook landed
right there.
Nice reaction, counter back from Olin Jacek.
Yeah, Olin Jacek's found himself in a fight here tonight, boys. Okay, clinched up here against the cage.
Nice.
But Olin Jacek's got to separate and do something. I mean, he's got to come out and fight this round like he wants to win this fight, because this fight it very well could or is going to determine the winner.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow, Polymarket has its 67% chance to win Olenjaychuk. I don't see how it couldn't be 50-50. I mean, going into the last round.
Yeah.
The winner of this round.
Oh, beautiful.
And so far, Marc-André is winning the round. We're
Yep.
a minute and a half in. So, yeah, Olenjaychuk has got to get out of this close range clinch position.
Yeah.
He's got to figure out a way to fight on the outside. He's got the faster hands. He's got the better accuracy, but he is not going to win this close battle.
No. And this is definitely the closest round so far, but yeah, it's time to start looking for things that are going to win you this round.
I'm not sure looking for that takedown is a good idea either.
Yeah, but if he controls, oh, beautiful, broke the grip. Marc-André broke the grip, pulled him up from under the hips to back over, and now he's disengaged totally. Back out into the open, and we're about the halfway point of this final round. So Barrio by decision. I wasn't so crazy.
Yeah, man, I thought you were.
Yeah, but to be honest, I don't know how neither one of these guys have gone down yet.
Some good body work by Olenjaychuk.
Yep, that was blocked. Some pretty good defense by Marc-André.
It's a good fight.
Yeah,
very
absolutely.
even fight. Very close fight. Yeah, I think Olenjaychuk needs to take these last 2 minutes, stay at range, and try to score as much as he can.
Yeah, that body shot was the best body shot of the night. He just landed.
Yeah, that was a good one. Boy, Marc-André's a tough fella, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
High kick there for Olenjaychuk. Olenjaychuk is finding his shots at this range.
Mm-hmm.
He just needs to stay. He needs to see now Marc-André's closing the distance, and he's having the advantage again with those uppercuts up the middle and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Clinch, knee.
He must have studied the Justin Gaethje school of inside fighting.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, 1 minute, 18 seconds left. That was a good straight two there by Olenjaychuk.
Yeah. This one's going to be a split decision.
We could very well have another split decision as well. He's chunking to the body is Mikhail.
Mm-hmm.
So we got 1 minute left. I think both guys should. If I was in the corner of either one of these guys, I'd be calling for some urgency, because even down to the last 48 seconds, this fight is not sewn up yet.
No, they need to go Max Holloway BMF style for the last 20 seconds.
That would be something. Speaking of which, we talked about this. Charles Oliveira is training for the final 10 seconds. I saw some footage of him pointing down with training partners, and
doesn't need to do that because you got to make it there.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's easier said than done to make it 5 rounds in a BMF fight. But if he does make it there, I guess we are going to see Max Holloway and Charles Oliveira slug it out.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Final 10 seconds here. Both guys are kind of throwing single shots at this point. Both still trying to win this fight. This is really close, man.
Yeah, this one's going to go either way. I think
Olenjaychuk
ran away with the last round a little bit right there.
Yeah, I think, 2-1 Olenjaychuk. But, boy, was that ever close. Yeah. That could be 2-1 for Marc-André Barriault very easily. I'm going to put a poll in the chat here, see who you guys think. Who won that fight? Marc-André. Marc-André or Mikhail. That was a very close fight. Let's see here, Seth. The way these are going, I might put some on Mario decision. Yeah, when I was breaking down that fight to make a prediction, my early prediction was Mario by decision. Oliveira cuts 50 pounds to make weight, right? And then on top of that, when you look at him against the higher level competition, it's easy for people to say, yeah, he's a knockout artist, right? Because he's got so many knockouts on his record. But when you look at him against higher level competition, i.e. his last 3 fights that he's won, they were all decisions, right, Nick? So Mario Bautista, I think, is the top end of what he has faced. And so when he's facing that top end competition, he's going to decision. This is a 5-round fight, not a 3-round fight. And so, I'm just kind of putting everything together thinking, okay, Mario decision. And the more I thought about it, I think Mario's going to get a late finish. I think Oliveira's never been to deep waters like this. I think the weight cut is extreme. And I think Mario can either sub him or TKO him. And so my final prediction is actually, Nick, Mario Bautista TKO in the 4th round.
Wow. I mean, it can happen. He's looking to get back in the win column, and this is a big step down from Umar, at least on paper and in the rankings. Oliveira's tough.
Unanimous, okay. Okay, so Mikhail got it by unanimous decision. Interesting. I was kind of expecting that one to be a split decision, but don't let me deter you, Seth. What do I know? I could very well be wrong on that. So if you feel like Mario's going to decision, I think that's
if he thinks he's going, he thinks he's going decision, and you think it's going 4th round, I'd say bet the over.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
Yeah.
Paul Felder rocking the glasses.
Yeah.
Chris, can you come sit here for a minute so I can?
So, Olin Jacek's on like a 4-5 win streak now. Yeah, hair looks good.
Thank you.
Got a head full of it. Olin Jacek 4-5 win streak. This will do pretty good for him. I think he's got some things to work on. He knows what he needs to work on, but he looked good in the early parts of the fight, and then dug deep towards the end. Got an interesting hat.
They all do.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody's got a crazy hat.
All those countries over there, I don't even know.
Something to keep your head from freezing.
That shows you how cold it is there. Yeah.
Yeah. So he didn't call out anybody specifically.
Yeah.
Top 15 opponent would be what he wants next. 4-fight win streak in the UFC. You deserve a number 15 or 14 guy.
Is MVP or Shera ranked?
I think so, but right there towards that area, that'd be good. Yeah, that'd be a good one.
This is random, but did you see? I saw it earlier on Instagram. Jeremy Stevens got a diss track against Joe Pfeiffer.
He sang one?
Yeah. I guess they have some kind of beef with each other.
Wow. No,
Jeremy Stevens doesn't sound bad.
No,
as a rapper, no.
He's a good white rapper. Taylor
Lewan.
Yeah, he's the guy from Bustin' with the Boys.
Oh. I know the other guy, what he looks like more so, yeah.
I think his name's Will Compton. But they're always gambling with Dana. Dropping serious coin.
They're gambling at the same time as Dana. They're not gambling with Dana. I feel like he's on a different level.
Well, he'll put his own money in to help people like get out of like gambling debt. Like,
really?
If somebody's like, I'm down $100,000, he's like, all right, I'll be there in 20 minutes. Comes in with like $500,000. It's like, all right, let's knock him down. I'd just like to get the damn tip that the card girl gets. Yeah. You know that she's probably getting $10,000 tip or something. There's the 185 division, pretty stacked, honestly. I'm excited whenever Drickus comes back. That's going to be fun. I guess Brendan Allen versus Drickus could be a great fight.
I just have a hard time seeing it being at middleweight.
Yeah, it's weird.
He does seem big. I feel like he could do 205 easy.
Yeah.
I feel like that guy that just fought, Mikhail, could go down. He seems to be,
he's
but a little pudgy.
Yeah, well, he's a little skinny and he's a little tall, but he also had a little bit of softness to him. Yeah. 55 is, or he fought at 70, right? Or no, 85. So 15 pounds is a lot. If it was a 10-pound cut, I'd say yes. 15 does wind up being a little bit rough. Oh,
that's what you can't forget about Sean.
He beat
these
the hell
young
out of
guys
Brendan Allen.
That come up.
Yeah.
He still has a chance against them, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. And Fluffy, he fights like a damn madman. Oh, right on the head. Everybody's getting dumped. It must be breakup season because everybody's getting dumped on their head. Great grappling skills. Insane submissions. Kopylov, Dolidze, just running through everybody. Yeah, he's a problem.
But I do want him to win.
Fight. It's going to be a fun fight.
Yeah, because I could care less about Strickland versus Hamzat.
Yeah, Fluffy versus Hamzat seems fun. Yeah, he doesn't look that big. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And Strickland out of camp, he looks huge. I don't know how he gets back down to 185.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you see him in training camps, he looks like he's like 240. And he's probably pretty close. Mm-hmm. That's a pretty good card.
Yeah, he looks humongous.
Yeah, right there, he's for sure 220 plus.
What's next? I mean, I can probably look it up.
Next up on the card,
top of your head.
Let's see.
Oh, the super entertaining Jalton Almeida.
Oh, he's next?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, guys. Who y'all got with that next one? Jalton Almeida, Kunaev, Rizvan Kunaev. So 12-3 for Kunaev. I don't know as much about him as I know about Almeida, but Almeida's style is not fan favorite. We know what we can expect out of him. So if Kunaev has trained appropriately for the camp, he should know. Stay as far away from him as you can and score only when he's making mistakes. Like Almeida has good top pressure and he doesn't really do a whole lot with it. He'll look for submissions, but not at the expense of losing the position. So this should be interesting.
Yeah.
Heavyweight fights are always, we need some good guys.
So you even better come back. We're losing some viewers with me on here.
Uh-oh. No, you're doing all right, bro. Y'all let us know who you got with this Jalton Almeida. He's a good fighter. I don't know if the UFC is going to rush to put him in title fights. I mean, he's fighting a guy, he's number 6, and he's fighting a guy that's not ranked. So, I mean, a loss here really sets him back. But at the same time, the division doesn't have many people. Heavyweight is in trouble. They need some serious contenders. Gable Stevenson will be cool to have by the end of, by the White House. I'm pretty sure he'll be fighting.
Yeah. That'll be the debut, I would imagine.
Yeah, debut, and then that'll be also the night John Jones hands over the torch, I think.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully this guy's got good takedown defense.
Yeah. It might be crazy imagine if John Jones fought at the White House and cornered at the White House.
Like, so he would cornered
on the prelims. I mean, I could see it. It's kind of like his
or
guy.
will they give him the Bo Nickel treatment and make him the first fight on the main card?
If they do that, I doubt John is there for it, or at least in the corner. But it seems like he could be a prelim guy, Mm-hmm. There's so many good names that belong on that White House list, and I don't think there's going to be 7 title fights on it like they're saying, 8 title fights, but I could see them maybe adding a BMF, quick turnaround BMF, and then maybe adding a different type of belt.
That's what I had said originally is America's fighter.
Yeah.
But it's tough because if just pulling a name out, if Islam's on the card and he wins, he can't win the America's fighter belt, but I could see that if they,
it's got to be on the line for a fight with like 2 Americans in it.
Mm-hmm.
Still got a few minutes of ads, boys, but we're grinding right through. Heavyweights are coming up next, and let's just hope it's not a Jalton Almeida classic, and it's one of those fights that doesn't go in the game plan style that he's hoping it goes in.
Yeah,
I don't know much about this Kunaev fella, but I have a feeling he's going to want to keep this fight on the feet, and that's all you can hope for when you're watching the heavyweights go.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be a casual here. I've never even heard of this guy, so.
No.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
He's new to the UFC, so.
His debut fight, he went to decision with Curtis Blades. Beat him.
Mm-hmm.
And the key thing here, I'll come break it down whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
All right, what's up, guys? I'm back. Had to take a bathroom break. A 6-fight main card. You kind of need a little bit of an intermission, don't you?
Yeah, well, I don't know why they added one.
Yeah, it's interesting. And then they're saying that the White House is only going to be 6 or 7 fights. So, like the whole deal, I think this Paramount thing is going to be completely different. We're going to see them experiment with different things with the commercials, the lengths, how many fights are on a card, how many fights are on a main card. I think it's going to be some experimenting. That's
well, they need to ease into it, you know?
Yeah.
I certainly wouldn't pull half the fights off of the cards immediately. You have so many people booked as UFC fighters. That means you got to give them fights. And if you take away half the fights, then you're going to have to take away half the fighters.
Well, that's just the thing. And, you know, why go through all that trouble? I mean, it's going to be a logistical challenge, to put it lightly, to make when you talk about security and, you know, where the warm-ups happen, where the president is, where where all these people of whatever are going to be, like, and then you got a stadium of 100,000 people across the street. And how does that work? And it's like, why the hell go through all of that trouble to do 6 fights?
Doesn't make sense.
Makes no sense to me.
Yeah. And they're talking about the 100,000 people watching next door. I just don't see that happening. I heard a hot take. I can't remember who said it, but they asked him if he wanted to fight at the White House, and he said, no, I don't really care about fighting at the White House because I want to fight in front of fans.
I fight for the people. Yeah. Who said that? I can't remember.
Real fans. Now, I can get that. You don't want to just go fight in front of
a bunch of dignitaries, or
a bunch of the politicians of today's world. You know, I can understand that, but
okay. So Rizvan Kuniev debuted against Curtis Blades,
and got suction cupped earlier today.
Curtis Blades got him down in the first round pretty regularly, but he was doing well on the feet. Then he came back in the second round and was piecing Curtis up a little bit and demonstrated some adjustments that gave him much better takedown defense.
Yeah.
The reason that I picked him to win this fight against Jalton, of course, Jalton can sub him. No question about that. But if Curtis Blades is having a hard time getting you to the ground, Almeida, you have to remember, is a jiu-jitsu specialist. He's not a wrestler. Now, he can get you to the ground with some things, but if Curtis is having trouble getting you to the ground, we know that Jalton doesn't really like to strike with guys.
Right.
And Kuniev does appear to be a pretty good striker.
Yeah, absolutely. He got a lot of power. All right, feature bout is about to be underway any second now. Time's in. 4 minutes and 58, 57, 56, 55. And at 55 seconds, Jalton Almeida already shot a takedown. So we're up against the cage.
I may eat my words here saying that he can't take Kuniev down.
Yeah, but if he just does this, man, I am never going to watch his fights.
Yeah, this guy is he's a problem, right? Because if he wins this fight, he's probably going to be top 5. But with his style, like if this is the way that he fights, especially at heavyweight, he's never sniffing a title shot. Like, you guys think Dana hates Arman?
This guy's never.
Dana will give Arman a Conor McGregor fight before he gives this guy a title fight.
Yeah, and Arman deserves it. He's doing all the right things. I'm a big Arman guy now, but Jalton, the style is so unfriendly to the fans, and the heavyweight division is always seen as the most important division. You don't want a guy that's a decision master and a lay and pray on top type of guy as your champion, when the heavyweight division is always such an important division.
Yeah, Uriel, I hear what you're saying in terms of MMA, wrestling, and grappling as a whole. Jalton is much more effective than Curtis. That is true. But Curtis was blasting, some takedown attempts and the chaining together. I see what you're saying as well. But it doesn't seem like Jalton is really going for that right now. He's kind of just looking for these tie-ups. And I think he's going to look for some off-balancing and sweeps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But if Kuniev can break at all, I think we can see him have some success in the striking. Like right here,
Great head positioning.
you know, I would be looking to create some distance and land some shots. See, yeah, so Jalton goes for the double, but Kuniev is able to defend it well.
Yeah.
But Jalton has a lack of ability to finish fights while on the ground, which is strange. He also lacks ground and pound. Yeah, I mean, he seems to be content with keeping dominant position and winning.
He's really good from
fights,
one position, yeah. And it's not a finishing position. It's like Merab, but not any sort of high octane offense.
It's Merab, but he's not moving. He's not creating.
Right. I mean, this is so boring.
So Dan
Mergliotta
separating. Yeah.
Dan has already seen enough. And look, I don't mean to be hard on Almeida. If that's your game plan and that's how you decide to run your career, go for it. But don't be surprised when the UFC looks to send you to PFL. You know, it's just the reality. And it's not because they just hate you so much, but there's competition. And if you're laying eggs every time you go out there, even if you're winning, but the crowd's booing for all 15 minutes of your fights, then Dana's going to send you to the PFL because they're going to pick you up because you're a talent. And then
listen, I started martial arts training, as did you. We both did together in jiu-jitsu. I love jiu-jitsu as much as the next person. But jiu-jitsu, when I think jiu-jitsu for MMA, I think Charles Oliveira, right?
Right.
I think that, like, not just I'm going to, you know, tie up and do basically anti-fighting until I can get the fight where I want it. And then I'm going to lay on top of you on the ground, do very little ground and pound, and act as minimally as possible like I'm trying to look for a submission.
Yeah. All right, Dan Mergliotta again, just quick with the breakups.
Yeah.
I like it. Don't let these guys do it.
You got to do something. I don't mind the tie-ups. I really don't, but do something with them. Attempt to off balance, attempt to get the takedown. You're not tying up for tying up's sake. You're tying up to create some sort of reaction in your opponent to advance your grappling offensive, not to just hold.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Almeida doesn't have any interest in fighting unless it's in the tied up range.
Exactly.
And that drives me crazy because he's built, obviously, if he puts his hands together, I'm sure he could have some success. And the reality is in MMA, when you mix the martial arts, all of the martial arts become more available to you.
Exactly.
If you want to take somebody down, start punching them in the face, they'll stop thinking about the takedown. If you want to punch somebody in the face, start showing them takedowns and leg kicks, they'll stop thinking about punches to the face. You know, it's a game of I touch you and you don't touch me. But with Jalton Almeida, it's like let's not touch each other.
Right.
All right. Here. Dan's getting close. They're up against the cage again. Dan's getting close. Yeah. I mean,
so how do you score this round, right?
I mean, I've got it for Kuniev because he's at least trying to anti-wrestle and keep the fight.
At least trying to land some strikes, yeah. Okay, so let me get to the comment real quick. It's unfortunate because Jalton is quite talented. I agree with that 100%, but I don't know what he is doing when in and out of the cage. Where is the damage with this guy? That is the key, right? It's
the most important thing scored by a judge is damage.
I don't like everybody hated on Merab. Merab's one of my favorite fighters. Like, I never thought Merab was boring, but Merab is active.
Right.
He's grabbing a hold of you, but it's to work a takedown. It's to, you know, he'll use shots to open things up. He'll get you down. He'll try to advance position. He'll switch from ground and pound to submission attempts. I know most of his fights go to decision, but he's at least making effort and initiative to try to make something happen. Jalton Almeida is essentially what I'll call anti-fighting.
Right.
He's trying to get the fight to a position where he's dominant and hold it there. And that is just, well, it's stalling, really. There's no other word for it other than stalling.
Right. Stalling and boring.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. And I wish, I love the heavyweight fights. I get excited when I see them on the card, but when it's Almeida, I'm just like, all right, I know what we can expect by now. And we don't get anything different.
All right, guys. Round 2, here we go. Let's see. Dan Mergliotta is very quick on the separations. Let's see if Kuniev, he made the adjustments against Blades, right? So Curtis had a lot harder time tying up and getting him down in the second round than he did the first. So let's see after 5 minutes with Almeida.
Yeah, nice little check hook landed as Almeida came inside. All right. Okay, so you see what Kuniev is doing there that I don't like. He's looking at Almeida's entrances. And as soon as he sees them coming, he just moves away. There is an opportunity to land a clean 2 right here with Almeida entering the way he does.
Yes.
Kunaev hasn't thrown it yet. Maybe he doesn't want to tie up too close, but at the same time, that uppercut will be, it's a great way to get that shot in the close range and also set up an immediate frame on the torso.
Yeah.
Right. You throw the uppercut and then the arm gets stuck up in there, but at least it's framing and you're able to pull your hips away and create some distance.
And a nice shot there by Almeida. At least to Almeida's credit, he's trying to strike a little bit this round. Now, I'm sure he's using it as a means to an end.
Yeah.
But at least we're seeing some straight punches out of him.
Yeah.
So still a pretty close round again, looking for that takedown.
Yeah, that was a Frankenstein takedown.
Yeah, just
I mean, and the one thing he did right before he shot was he looked at the legs.
Exactly. It was very
Hey, I'm going to go there now. Going for your legs now. You know, if Jailton Almeida would hit those takedowns if he threw a fake jab or a feint right in his face right before he went for that takedown.
Well, when you sell out so hard for one thing, everybody kind of knows what you're going to do. It makes it easier to defend, right?
Yeah.
I don't like this tie-up position for Kunaev. I think he was having success at range. I think he should go back to that.
Yeah, break him up.
Well, you know, Kunaev is kind of the one he's kind of the one initiating it. Mergliata's like, I want blood like I got in the first fight.
Yeah. I don't blame him. Look at him. He literally looks bored in there.
Yeah. He should have stayed at light heavyweight. His strength, size, and unique grappling was scary at that weight. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, light heavyweight is probably where he should be.
I love how he's looking at the
he's
camera
complaining
like,
for the stalling.
Yeah, this guy's not doing anything. He's stalling. Bro,
it doesn't feel good, does it? You know?
You're the stall master.
Okay. Dan broke, but again, that was Kunaev initiating that one. So interesting turn of events a little bit.
But he was striking.
Right.
And I still think you should separate him, but at least he was striking it from that position. When Almeida got in that position, he was
holding. Yeah, he was holding. Yo, Joey, what's up, man?
Yo.
Welcome to the live chat.
What up?
How you doing tonight?
How are the fights on y'all's end? Y'all enjoying these things? I mean,
so good. A lot more action in the second round than the first. Kunaev is landing his shots. Almeida has landed, to his credit, a couple of decent straight punches, but he it doesn't, you know, here's the thing, Nick. It doesn't appear that he's a horrible
beautiful combo.
Yeah, that was very nice by Kunaev.
A switch step to lead with a jab, and then he finished with a 2-3. Great setup. It was able to distract Almeida with the foot switch. He started to look down.
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
You know, the question I have really is I
love Kunaev's head position. Every time he gets in there, partially it's because he's the shorter fighter, but he's able to get his head in there, and that really does keep your opponent's posture erect and it prevents them from being able to do a whole lot up against the cage. Big overhand right lands for Kunaev. Shoulder strikes. He's throwing his McGregor. Yeah, see, Almeida, it's your job in this position to work from here, not to wait for the referee. It's your job to back away. Yeah. Do it. Okay, so do it. Kunaev has you in the bad spot, and now he's setting up shots.
And the reason that that Dan's not so quick to break it up when Kunaev's initiating it, although he did that one time, is because Kunaev is initiating offense in the clinch.
Right. Yeah, I mean, if I'm him, I can expect Dan to break it up here in a second, but while he's not, I'd keep throwing these chip shot knees, these little elbows, these quick overhands and hooks.
Absolutely. Moonrock says they're going to cut Almeida. I mean, we were just talking about that. It's very possible that if he keeps fighting like this, this is not, I mean, we're talking about the Paramount era. We're talking about an era where
entertainment.
You know, Patty Pimblett fought for a title, and
Conor McGregor,
Diego Lopez fought for an undisputed title,
and Conor McGregor might fight for a title.
Yeah, so this is the this is a different era of fighting that we're seeing now. You know, Fakhretdinov was cut. I mean, I could go on and on with a few more examples, but suffice it to say that if you're not an exciting fighter, the UFC is not looking to do business with you.
Nope.
Almeida, the real shame of it all is watching him, in there with a good striker and Kunaev. Like, he's not a horrible striker. He can clean things up a little bit. He was throwing some straight punches, but
he's got no volume.
He's got no volume, and he needs to use his striking. If you want to be a grappler in the cage, that's fine. You have the skills to do it. Use your strikes to get in. Make it exciting. Also, don't make it so obvious. I mean, you see the Frankenstein takedowns. He's not – they're just naked takedowns. There's no setups. There's no punches that lead to a takedown. Right. There's no feints. There's no fakes. So it's really a shame. Let's see. They cut Rosenstruck for being boring. Almeida better be careful. Yeah, the good point. Yeah. Because Jairzinho was a hell of a lot more exciting than Jailton Almeida. I saw Rosenstruck got arrested. What happened with him?
I don't know, but I did see that. Yeah. But so many damn articles, it's just hard to keep up.
Yeah, forget being exciting. I'm not sure he's willing to fight sometimes. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what we were saying.
Yeah.
Like, it's like anti-fighting. He doesn't really want to fight. He's good at jiu-jitsu. He's strong. He's good in the top position, so he likes to stall until he can get a takedown, and then he likes to sit on top of you in mount or in, half guard, side control, what have you, and, just hold the position.
Yeah.
And again, as we saw, as I mentioned, the Curtis Blades fight, Kunaev made the right adjustments to where Curtis couldn't take him down really, in the later rounds. And, Curtis is a better wrestler than Jailton. Jailton has got some takedowns of his own, but
I got one fight for you. Give Almeida one more fight. Gable Steveson at the White House.
Yeah, see, Gable Steveson, I think, would eat his lunch.
Clean him up.
Yeah, because Gable Steveson would actually initiate the grappling on him.
You think he's taking Gable Steveson down?
Not a chance. Yeah, the only time he's going to get down, that actually, you know what?
I've been saying I want Buchecha versus Gable Steveson, but I think I'd even like Almeida more. And he's got a number next to his name. So they're looking
a high number.
They're looking to fast track Gable. So
now he's probably going to fall outside of the top 10 after this if he, if things continue to go the way that they're going.
Thank God Kunaev is going to get a rank. I mean, we need some people.
Yeah, heavyweight's a bit of a dumpster fire right now.
Yeah.
Brendan Schaub, I was listening to him earlier, which I like Brendan. Yeah. I know a lot of people hate him. I appreciate him for what he is. He's not
an OG, and he knows his shit. Like most people that talk about him, they have no idea how big he is, how good of a fighter he was, how good of an athlete he was. He's an easy target to hate because he does a lot of things really well.
He also said that he was like, I watched this era of heavyweight, and like, if I didn't have a wife and kids and I make good money, I'm tempted to call Nick Maynard and say, dude, get me a fight.
If he wants to do that, tell him to reach out. I mean, he knows Mick, but shit. Yeah. I mean, I would love to, obviously he's chinny and he's not actually wanting to fight.
He's in his 40s.
But I mean, he's right about the heavyweight division. The cardio, remember Cardio Kane, Fabricio Verdum. I mean, he would exhaust himself in fights, but he had a tank. Daniel Cormier, big body, but he had a tank. Cyril Gane has a good tank. But this new wave of guys have no gas tank whatsoever. None. And they don't even think about it. It's like they don't even consider it. Taliesin Textera.
Yeah.
I mean,
him and Tai Tuivasa looked like they needed oxygen masks.
And they didn't. Neither of them got up out.
Another break from Dan Miragliotta.
Yeah.
But it's again, this is Kunaev doing, initiating these tie-ups. But I think he shouldn't. I think Kunaev is putting on, a showcasing of his skills here. He's not ready for the top of the top, but he's got some good distance striking and some good grappling defense, some good clinch work.
Yeah,
but
he's ready for 5 through 10.
And
that's why he's at the 6th spot. I think he's got the skills to make some waves at heavyweight.
Jailton's actually making it exciting here. He's throwing, which is what we want to see.
Well, and here's the thing: if Kunaev can get past Almeida, and he's already dealt with the other top wrestler in the division right now in Curtis Blades, at least he's got those two wrestlers out of the way.
Yeah, they'll probably give him a striker of sorts next.
Yeah, there's not much left in the division.
Joey said, "Gone are the days of Kane Jr., DC, and Miocic." Yeah,
Junior Dos Santos. I forgot
Oh,
that.
gee.
Yeah. See,
the only guy that was like, I'm going to retire from MMA with the gloves on, but I'm just going to go and do MMA bare knuckle now in my 40s. Like,
wild man.
that was the best era. And maybe I'm biased because that was when we really, really got into the sport. Was when Kane was the champion, fighting JDS and Verdum. I mean, we got to add Verdum in that. Lesnar, Ubereem, and Steroid Reem,
Frank Mir.
Yeah, there was some legends back in the day, but really now, I mean, I think Tom Aspinall and we go.
Let's go. All right, he just
got
pointed
the Max
down.
Holloway.
Okay. Oh, he's gonna tee off on Almeida. Let's go. Come on.
Let's see.
Rock it. Oh yeah, let's go. Come on. This just want him to fight. Come on.
Kunayev definitely making it exciting in the last 10 seconds.
Kunayev sails to an easy victory over Almeida.
Who would have had Almeida and Kunayev doing the Max Holloway 10-second on their bingo card tonight?
And I didn't pick this one, but I will tell you, Kunayev by decision all
that was
day
my
long,
pick, yeah.
Because I just would have never picked Almeida to win.
Well, especially seeing is like Kunayev. I mean, he's from Dagestan, right? So he's
somewhere around there.
Yeah,
He's
no,
from that
Maklachka, yeah. How do you say it? Mahashkala, yeah. And so, clearly he's been around wrestling if he's not wrestling, so.
I looked it up too on the Google or on the phone maps. I was like, I saw the name of the city that Islam's gym and their camp is at. It was like Sildi or something like that. And I looked up Mahashkala to see where it is. And I was like, maybe it's like an outskirt. It's an outskirt, all right. Like Mahashkala is not even that high up, in the mountains or anything. And then you go all the way to the other side of Dagestan, and it just looks like the wildest. When you zoom in, it's just mountains, and then you keep zooming in, and there's this little town, and that's where it is. And you're like, oh man, that's a tough place to grow up, especially when they do those anatomy of a fighter, or they follow them out there. The roads. Like any road you take a turn off, you're falling 5,000 feet off a cliff.
Big time.
It's crazy. 2-3 years, Dagestan.
That was a cool picture that Colton posted today with Khabib and Islam. He's like, my prescription is 2 to 3 years, Dagestan.
Yeah. Well, and the guy he fought, Amaru Magomedov.
Beast,
and going to be a champion in PFL and for sure going to make his way to the UFC. I mean, he's a high level guy.
Yeah. And I mean, that's what did Bob say when he was here? This guy can kick, man.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. We've been worried about the kicks, for the whole camp and for good reason.
Well, yeah. I mean, he put a liver kick on Colton and that's
shut
what he said. Yeah. Shut him down in 20 seconds. So Kunayev wins unanimous decision. So I mean that's what you want if you're not ranked. If you're on the outside looking in,
Amir Albazi coming on. He's on deck. Horiguchi.
I'm really looking forward to this fight. I love that Horiguchi's back.
Yeah,
back a decade later, like he never left.
Yeah.
All right, I'm putting a poll in the chat. I want to know who you guys think. It would help if I ended the other poll first. Marc-André and Olin Jacek.
Good call.
Start a poll. Let's see who wins the co-main.
They've got some gal talking to Mike Brown leading up to the fight.
Mike Brown's been he's been in quite a few corners tonight.
Yeah, active. Oh, he's in Horiguchi's tonight, I guess.
Yeah. So Kyoji. How do you spell Kyoji? Kyoji. KYOJ.
Horiguchi.
Okay. Who wins the co-main, Horiguchi or Albazi? Let me know who you guys think. I picked Horiguchi to win this one. I think he's got more tools. I like him by decision.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Albazi's good. He's good wrestling, but I think Horiguchi's got enough to keep the fight on the feet, and I think he's just a little cleaner with the striking, a little bit better with range.
Yeah, he's very fast.
Yeah.
All right, let's get him walking, boys. Let's see it.
Here we go, guys. Co-main coming up next.
Here's a quick 300-second of advertisements.
Yeah, these 300-second ads have been crazy. And the worst part about it is they give it to you with the countdown, so you know exactly how long you're going to be sitting.
That new UFC merch looks pretty nice.
Yeah, some nice stuff.
I mean, I'm a little.
There's a few brands out there doing it now, like Full Violence. They've got some cool stuff. Derek's got a line.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
stuff
I've
with
seen
them.
those. There's another one. The like black and white shirts. I saw a guy at the gym at Lifetime with one, and
Oh yeah,
yeah, the Ilya Taporio one.
oh that's cool.
Like
yeah.
holding the rose, pretty sick. Man, Vegas, I'm jonesing. I need a trip out there.
It's been a long time. Well, not for me, it hasn't. For you, it has.
Yeah, it's been since like 2 years. You went out there
that's
about
right.
a year ago, right?
No, that was, believe it or not, that was like 3-4 years ago.
Damn.
The mean casino took $800 from me.
All
Yeah.
right. Amir Albazi versus Kyoji Horiguchi. Let's take a look at the votes here. 75% Horiguchi, 25 Albazi. So what do you think, Nick? Your final pick?
Albazi.
Really?
Yeah, you know, he's good everywhere. I wonder sometimes with the 35-5 record and being older, Horiguchi is a great fighter. He's obviously on a second wind and doing well, but sometimes at these lighter weight classes, like the speed is everything. The youth really does matter. It's harder to see a guy succeed 35 years and older at 125, 135 as it is a heavyweight or a light heavyweight division. Amir Albazi, he had a lot of promise a few years ago. You know, met the top of the division, had some wins, some losses, but all in all, this should be a good fight. He's a great submission ace. He's got power for 125. He wants to bully the cat.
Bully the
Amir
cat.
Albazi,
Interesting.
the Japanese cat. Yeah.
All right.
Oh man, OG fight right there. The bad boy pants against Mighty Mouse. That means he was in the UFC like 12 years ago.
It's crazy. Yeah, Horiguchi's good, man.
Very good.
He's fought everywhere too.
Everywhere. Yeah. And you know, this is like his return back to the UFC. But it's been cool. All right,
Here we
Horiguchi
go.
makes the walk.
Walkouts. We'll give you guys the timestamps for well, not timestamps, but the clock, so you can see exactly where we are if you want to lock in with the commentary. So it looks like the majority of folks are still taking Horiguchi to win this one.
Or yeah.
Bautista versus Oliveira next.
It's hard to bet against Horiguchi. Everybody likes him too. You know, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Compact little guy.
Yeah, he is.
How tall is he? Like 5'4"?
I think he's got to be 5'5". All right. So do you think Horiguchi, what do you do at 125, right? Because you got the weird, you know, circumstances that surrounded Josh Van versus Alessandro Pantoja. So Pantoja's got a shoe-in title fight when he comes back.
Yeah. And I think people will be excited because the Josh Van fight, it's sort of like what we were talking about with Yadier Del Valle and Coach. Any press is good press. Josh got a lot of hate for that win.
Yeah.
There's nothing really he can do about it, but all he can do is go out and defend. And lucky for him, the division is in a place where there's actually a number one contender.
Right.
And the rightful other number one contender is the former champ, Pantoja, but he's not available. So Manel Cape came in the perfect time, in my opinion, because he's got the star boy mentality. He's got the aura that you need. He's got the fighting style that the 125 division has really longed for. And I think his confidence is really great. So I believe that's going to be an all-time great fight at 125. And that could set up a really cool fight with Manel Cape potentially versus Pantoja if he steals that belt, which is, I think that matchmaking, That's a great fight.
There seems to be some real heat between Kopp and Josh Van too. So
Yeah.
Make that fight. It's going to be a good striking matchup. And I think I'm with you. I think Kopp's a little bit better all around.
Yeah.
So, it may be to the point where, Josh gets shuffled out, and if not, then Pantoja gets his rematch. If Josh loses, then Kopp fights Pantoja.
Right.
And then the division's cleared. So I think we're
look at that Seahawks fan back there.
Oh wow. What is that?
I don't know. It looks like he's dressed for a
mask
football game or something.
That is bizarre looking.
If I was running a place and somebody came into my place dressed like that, I'd be like, can you please drop the hoodie?
You got to go, pal. Like, what's going on here?
No shiesties in the building.
Yeah.
Okay, Albazi's entered.
Let's see here.
How we doing, y'all? Drop in any last thoughts on this fight. Albazi's in. They're squaring off. Should be underway any minute now.
All right. We got 80% for Horiguchi.
He forgot to stretch in the back.
For Albazi. Yeah. It's a little shakeout for Albazi there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so basically what I'm saying is there's, I think that at least title fights are kind of held up for 6 to 8 months.
Yeah.
So nobody that's not named Josh Van, Manel Kopp, or Pantoja are fighting for a belt within the next 8 or 9 months.
Right. Well, and
honestly, after that, then somebody else may be inserted.
Yeah. Well, and like with the Brandon Moreno era, they had the Figgy era, they had the Pantoja era. It'll be kind of nice to have a revolving door.
Yeah, I think so. Unless somebody can get up there and be dominant. I mean, maybe Josh Van's the guy, right?
Maybe,
he's 23 years old, 24 years old. So if he is the guy, he could be the guy for a damn long time.
For sure.
If he's not, then he's not.
Right.
But Manel Kopp might be the guy.
Right.
I think Pantoja, either way, is reaching the end of his career. He's an older fellow.
Again, the division, when you're that age, it's harder once you're at 125 as opposed to, say, 185, 205. But Pantoja also is going to get some much-needed time off. And, of course, he's dealing with an injury, but he's already back into training. He's already, getting to work. So I expect at the end of this year him to come back and deal with face whoever has the belt, whether it be Cape or Van.
All right, we got Albazi getting announced now.
From Baghdad, 17-2, 5'5", 125.5.
All right.
And he's a slight underdog.
Yeah, I can see actually a reasonable underdog because Horiguchi was minus 350. I think I saw it.
Plus 275.
If you're an Albazi believer, that's not a bad play.
Yeah. No.
I mean,
Keith Peterson looks like he's on those GLP-1s, man. He looks skinny.
It's weird to see so many people in the Apex.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still not like a stadium, but
no, it's kind of cool though. It does give a little more energy.
All right, here we go. Horiguchi Albazi starting right now. Looked like Horiguchi wanted to touch. Albazi had nothing to it. A lot of movement out of Horiguchi, which is very normal for him.
Very springy in his stepping. He's got a lot of spring in his legs, and
it almost looks like he's jumping on a trampoline.
Yeah, he's very fast, but sometimes those big explosive movements they do one of two things. They either exhaust you, or your opponent starts to catch the timing of it. Yeah, Albazi's fast too. You see that reaction.
Yeah, I mean the flyweights are just so. It's like
watching hummingbirds.
We just watched Jalton Almeida versus Rizvan Kunayev, and now we're watching this. It's like
snails.
Is it the same sport or
snails versus cheetahs?
One of them is like sped up on 3x.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Constantinos, yo man, what's up?
What up?
Good to have you in the chat tonight.
Let's go. Y'all,
Almeida effed his bet up. Yeah, I picked against Almeida. Sorry to hear that. But I picked Kunayev because I went back and watched that Curtis Blades fight, and Curtis had some good takedowns in the first round, but Kunayev made the necessary adjustments, and I'm just thinking to myself, okay, Curtis is a better wrestler than Almeida, even though Almeida's, more of a submission threat. I just didn't love his takedowns against a guy who's got good takedown defense. And so I was, ultimately picked Kunaev to win that one by decision. Which, Almeida, he did try to make it interesting towards the end with some straight punches and was, willing to engage in the striking. But man, that first round was tough. That was hard to watch. But so far, fast paced. We're about 2 minutes into Horiguchi and Albazi.
Yeah, Albazi's up against the cage, but he's got some good frames. He's got the whizzer and he's got a good frame on the inside. Bicep just moved over to a chin frame. Horiguchi's keeping that weight on the front leg. You see how he's applying pressure there, just pushing with his hand. It doesn't do much, but it does prevent your opponent from going one direction. He can only go backwards there.
The way he pointed down and didn't throw shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that I was just saying before you jumped in, who had Jalton Almeida and Rizvan Kunaev doing the Max Holloway point down for the last 10 seconds on their UFC Fight Night bingo card.
Right.
I certainly didn't. These guys are getting after it.
Albazi just landed his first clean shot of the night. It looked like a short hook.
About halfway through the first round.
And I'm good with Horiguchi's movement, but sometimes it does feel like he's running a little bit. And I know he's usually setting things up, but I don't think he has to move quite that much to get some of the same results. And all the while you're just saving your gas tank, which you need at 125. Even in 15-minute fights, when you're sprinting, but you're sprinting at that pace, it's exhausting. Both guys are dialed in, though, defensively. I mean, Horiguchi's timing right there was really nice because he came in right after a combination as Albazi was trying to settle back into the rhythm. Really good timing. Good stance switch. Right.
Oh, knockdown for Albazi there.
Clean knockdown.
Horiguchi right back to his feet.
Yeah.
Albazi's seeing some success here. He's able to angle Horiguchi. I mean, when somebody's moving this much and they're that far out of range and they move laterally so quickly, it's hard to find a way to pin them and corner them and get your angles and get your shots off. But so far, it seems like Albazi's doing a really good job of it.
Yeah.
Nice knee there by Albazi.
Beautiful control right now. He's going to try to work to the back.
So in a round with, now we're sitting here in the last 50 seconds or so of the round, in a round that was kind of close with not a whole lot that happened, that knockdown secures the round for Albazi. So Horiguchi's now fighting from behind.
Yeah.
So he's got to be a little bit more aggressive than he has been for the last the last 4 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, that's far and away the most significant strike that's landed. So I would favor Albazi off of that shot. Horiguchi looked good up until then, but the optics, remember, when you get dropped and then they remember, oh yeah, he's been running around the perimeter of the cage for the whole round.
Yeah.
It doesn't look as good, especially you can land some good shots from the outside. But if you get dropped, then they forget all about that work you did on the outside and they start to go to control of the cage and damage.
Nice straight there landed by Horiguchi and then a body kick. So 4-3-2, and first round comes to a close.
In the books.
Comment below, who did you guys have? I think Albazi with the knockdown clearly got that one. Know what's actually crazy? Albazi's little brother goes to my university, and he's the reason I know of Albazi. That's dope, man. That's super cool.
Let's go. That's super. Where's
in the UK, right? I think last time we talked, it was London. Yeah, Konstantinos. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool, man.
Albazi got a knockdown, but I give it to Kyoji. Interesting. He landed more at the knockdown. Didn't seem very significant. Yeah, Joey.
Yeah, it's up in the air. I bet you that's a split round.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see the cards on that one. I kind of hear what you're saying. I do hear what you're saying, but I kind of feel like it was, maybe a slight edge for Horiguchi before that knockdown, and then the knockdown, I may weigh that a little bit more heavily towards Albazi, but definitely could call it either way and not be wrong necessarily.
I'd assume the judges didn't all agree one direction in that round, but they could have. And if they did, it probably went to Horiguchi. But I think Albazi, and like we take all the scoring system from boxing, except for if you get a knockdown, it doesn't automatically give you a 10-9.
So Horiguchi coming out a little bit more aggressive in this round.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Albazi's got the answers for what Horiguchi's throwing. He's really doing a good job of pinning a very elusive fighter to where he wants him.
Well, and if you look at how he did that, the pinning against the cage is hard, like you said, against the Horiguchi type. But the way he did it right there was he saw which direction Horiguchi was looking to go, which once he moved backwards one step, then he's going to move laterally, right?
Yeah.
So generally it's like a fake out. If you move back one step and then take your first step to the left, your chances are you're going to the right.
Right.
If you take your first step to the right, chances are you're going to the left. Albazi noticed that, threw a hook to the original side he was going, which forced him to immediately go to the opposite direction, which I think was left in this scenario. And then he threw another hook, and that's what corralled him into the corner, trapped him, and then he closed the distance.
Yeah.
Brilliant by Albazi. He's
nice lead hook there by Horiguchi, followed up by a straight 1-2.
Yeah, followed nice hook too.
A lot more action in this round than in the first round.
Yeah.
Horiguchi's drawing a little blood on Albazi here.
Horiguchi too, a wide stance. That might be why his legs get stuck sometimes in these positions. Like he moves really well when he's light on his feet, but once he gets heavy, he's kind of inside until he's light again, right?
Horiguchi starting to find his range there. Yeah. Wow, 25 significant. I did not think the differential was that much.
Yeah.
Triple the amount of significant strikes for Horiguchi. Yeah, Joey, maybe you got a point there, man. You know, I didn't think there was so much of a differential in the total strikes. It's going to be interesting to see the scorecards on that first round. I think Horiguchi's definitely winning this round. So, in commanding the center of the octagon too, which in the first round he kind of played the outside, very light on his feet, moved around a lot. This round we're seeing a lot more command from Horiguchi.
Yeah, I feel like there's potential for this fight to end in a finish, but we got to see him really press on. They keep closing distance and separating.
Yeah. Wow, Poly market 76% Horiguchi. It's interesting that they're showing those Poly market statistics because that's kind of like a live temperature check on things.
Yeah. They were way off on the Marc-André Barrio one.
Yeah. Marc-André, he fought a good fight. I thought for sure that was going to be a split decision.
Yeah, because I think at one point it was like 80-20 or something. And I thought it was far closer.
Horiguchi's really kind of finding his distance and range here.
Yeah, well, and there's a little bit of lackadaisical attacks coming from Albazi, right? He's kind of throwing a bunch of variety and just seeing what sticks to the wall. Nice check. That affected Horiguchi.
Yeah, that was a beautiful check of that low kick there.
Yeah. He's shaking his leg out a little bit. You know that didn't feel good.
This is a good round.
Yeah. Distant attempts. You sit in that pocket a little bit longer, you stay short. Yeah. Albazi can find some shots there, but he's pulling up and getting tall too early into the combination.
So we got a little clinch situation. Horiguchi, the aggressor, Albazi back against the cage. Reversal there by Albazi. Albazi looking for what appeared to be an inside leg trip, now an outside leg trip that he switches to.
Yeah, he almost had success. There's exactly what he's looking for.
Switches to duck the back. Under. Yeah, that was a duck under. Really nice duck under to the back of Horiguchi there. Horiguchi looking to grip break, and he's out. It's a high-level fight.
Yeah,
it's a really good fight.
For sure.
Ooh, both guys looking for the same thing there.
The Rocky and Apollo Creed at the movie, either the beginning or the ending
of Rocky
movie.
3. Yeah.
Great movie.
Ooh, nice spinning back kick by Horiguchi. Almost found its mark.
Followed up by a hook. It looked like that one landed too.
Horiguchi does that dip down overhand a lot. If you timed a knee or head kick there, I think Albazi could find something.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see here. Let's get to the.
All right, clear round for Horiguchi there, in my opinion.
Horiguchi's applying pressure. Albazi has to get a finish in round 3, otherwise they're giving it to Horiguchi. The
For
UFC
sure.
one. Yeah, 100%. I'd have it 2-0 Hori. Yeah, man. Y'all are starting to turn me on this whole first round. I had it Albazi first round because of the knockdown, but then I guess,
Well, remember the judges can't see stats.
Yeah,
so
that's
they
true.
don't know that it was 25-8 after the first round.
Yeah.
Which is like, why not? Why
Yeah.
not have every piece of information you can?
Right. And why not go back and look at highlights? Did that punch land or did it not? Right. That can make a big difference.
How long before you think AI is judging fights?
Probably Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
No, I think pretty soon. Well, doesn't the PFL have like the smart ring? And like,
I think they do.
They like use the ring to determine who wins.
What I would love to see is like a 4th judge that was AI, but before that scorecard counted, like I'd want to see it be meaningfully better than the humans.
You know what? I say we go old school.
How's that?
Forget
no rounds.
Forget no
weight classes. You can wear a gi if you want to.
No, you literally you ask the audience who won. The audience never gets it wrong. Chael Sonnen said that. He goes, "I've never been to a fight and the fight end and the audience not know who the right winner was."
Yeah, it's so funny.
And so if you imagine if the ref's standing there and he raises this guy, make some noise if you think this guy won. Woo! Make some noise if you think this guy won.
Yeah. Woo.
Louder reaction gets the win. I mean, the crowd is going to give you the honest.
Yeah.
They boo when they think the ref gets it wrong. So I feel like you'd have a more even call if you just truly went off the fans.
Dominic Reyes would be a champion.
Dominic Reyes, yeah, and I would have been there. I would have been there the night John Jones lost his belt.
But I feel like the fans can, like, if somebody who is a big underdog does better than they were supposed to do, but they don't actually really win the fight, the perception of, man, this guy was supposed to get his ass kicked and he did good, that doesn't necessarily mean that he won the fight.
Right.
Now, I haven't watched the John Dom fight in many years.
Yeah.
I would need to go back and watch it, but I remember it being razor close.
Yeah, it was close. And there was a full swing in the energy of the crowd. It went from roaring boos when Dom walked out to roaring cheers at the end of the round, and then boos when they announced John won.
Yeah.
Right. So I get how the crowd could have a different or an incorrect opinion if there's some sort of insane fight, but at the same time, the 3 judges we've got ringside usually don't get things right. So might as well put it in the people's hands.
So just over 3 minutes left in the fight.
Oh, he rocked him somehow.
Horiguchi rocked. I didn't see that there.
It looked like it landed on his nose, but
he's got Albazi on shaky legs here.
Landing big shots, but not getting him off his feet.
Yeah. Head hunting a little bit hard. I'd like to see Horiguchi go to the body a little bit.
Dude, yeah. Did Horiguchi and Cape fight back in like Ryzen? They must have.
I'd have to look at.
I'm pretty sure they did. I feel like Cape might have beat him.
Yeah, I'd have to. I know our boy Juan Archuleta fought him. Horiguchi.
Yeah. Shout out. I was wearing his shirt earlier today.
Is Juan still fighting?
Yes. He fought recently. He was over in Ryzen for a little while. And I think he's back in America, maybe fighting for somebody, but I can't remember.
Are all the Bellator guys in like where like
Ryzen, Bellator, PFL? Some of them probably
select
went over
few
to
of them
one.
are getting their ass kicked in the UFC.
Yeah, and the best ones are all getting their ass kicked and sent home.
Let's see here.
Because Patrice Pitbull.
Yeah. I mean, he really laid an egg in that first fight.
Yeah.
So good in for Horiguchi here. I mean, I think if things continue, we're going to see a unanimous decision for Horiguchi.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because that does definitely put him in that short list. I think Horiguchi will go into a #1 contenders fight towards the end of the summer, early fall.
Yeah.
Because you gotta let all the stuff shake out with Van.
Go to
Kopp,
Japan and let him fight
Pantoja.
Taira Atsuturo.
That's a good fight, actually.
Yeah.
That's a really good fight.
The legend of Japan versus the new school.
Yeah. Tatsuro Taira.
Or hell, have a fight
Look at
card.
that, 6, 8, and 6 significant strikes for Albazi. The output is just not there. He's got to start. He's got to start doing something.
Yep, you said it just like Paul Felder. Throw some Hail Marys.
Yeah.
Just get active. Whatever you do.
So 48 seconds left.
How about who did Horiguchi fight last? I'm drawing a blank on his last fight. Was it Urseg?
I can't remember. Let me see.
If he hadn't fought Urseg, he should fight Urseg.
Kyoji. His first UFC fight back was against. It's so crazy how
his
Tagir Ulanbekov. How things, just happened. It's just so many fights. It's hard to remember.
But he hasn't fought Urseg, has he? That'd be a good one. Urseg, Australia, Japan. That'd be pretty cool.
He's looking good. Horiguchi's looking good, man. All right. The fight's coming to an end. Pretty clear unanimous decision win for Horiguchi. Yeah, I like the Tatsuro Taira matchup.
Yeah.
Let's get to the comments real quick. The UFC doesn't give a F about Albazi. I think that's probably right. Reyes won that fight, but I wouldn't say it was a robbery, just bad judgment. Yeah. I mean, it's like I said, it's been a little while since I saw it. So I really would have to go back and watch it.
I was in the arena. So it's hard because you are watching on the screen and looking down. And
I always forget that was here in Houston.
Yeah, the crowd's going crazy. There was a guy behind us. He was so
inebriated
that he the tickets aren't cheap to go to an event like that. He bought a ticket, was with his girl, and I remember he spilled a beer down. Whoever was sitting next to me spilled it straight down their back. It wasn't JD. He went with me, but next to him, he was gone by the time the prelims were still going. Like, paid a full price ticket, got a seat, was so drunk, spilled his beer, which was probably $20.
Then he had to go home before the main card.
And then just called it a night.
How about that?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, it's that's why I don't go to UFC events anymore.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I'm just a little old for that now.
If you get on the lower level, it's a lot of fun.
I'm not spending $5,000 for a ticket, but if the UFC wants to, give me a seat, I'll happily sit there.
Yeah. And if you get to go behind the scenes, then there's a totally different experience.
Same with Jan O'Malley. In my opinion, Jan won, but it wasn't a robbery. Yes, thank you, Constantinos. I have said that for years, and everybody's like, if you don't think that was a blatant robbery for Peter Yan, then you don't know what you're looking at. I'm like, I even went back and watched the fight. I mean, that was a close fight.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people wanted,
Sean
Yan
did really
win,
well,
but that was a good fight. I mean, I think Peter
him.
Yan definitely, certainly that's the consensus that he won. But that wasn't the most outrageous robbery of all time. I mean, the Rose Namajunas robbery was worse than that last weekend.
Yeah.
Seth put 50 on Mario decision. Let's go.
Come on.
Bring it home. Well, I'm hoping that I'm wrong in my prediction then. Seth, I hope that you win that because I picked Mario late finish.
Oh,
so, what are you going? What's your final prediction on the main?
I was kind of leaning towards Bautista submission. Been a little bit of a decision energy in the air, so I'm hoping the 135ers don't go decision.
Yeah,
Oliveira looks like the kind of guy that wants to end fights regardless of
well, he's going to
how
have
he gets
to
it done.
Cutting 50 pounds in a 5-rounder against a really active fighter. He needs a finish early.
Late submission if I see one, or an early TKO for Oliveira, but late submission for Bautista. And then my brain is telling me smart money, Bautista decision.
Yeah,
but I'm a finish guy, so I want to see the finishes.
Yeah, 100%. Whoa, Constantinos, I paid $2,500 for my UFC London tickets next month with my girl. Better be worth it.
Damn,
dude,
let's go.
I mean, so we know the main event now, so that's good, right? Lerone Murphy, we got the England man taking on a very tough Movsar Evelev. But the beautiful thing is that, and this is what I love about Alexander Volkanovski, and he's a breath of fresh air in a world where everybody wants to move weight classes and chase the money fights. And he's like, when asked by, I think it was DC, who do you want to fight next? He said, well, Lerone and Mavsar both kind of stake a claim. I think they
Mhm.
should fight each other, and I'll fight the winner.
Yeah.
You got to love a champion that's actually going to,
Off merit.
take fights.
Yeah.
So I think that there's a lot riding on the main event. So I'm hoping for a good fight there.
Yeah. Oh, for the card, you'll get a banger in the current co-main event. I'm sure it'll get moved down if they add another fight. But Michael Aswell versus Luke Riley.
That looks
Patty
like
the-
it's the co-main.
Is
Like,
it?
I'm not seeing anything
So-
fill that space. And Michael Venom Page has already been announced, and it's below that. So that was
Yeah.
kind of surprising to me.
Because Aswell is a friend. I know Aswell personally.
Yeah.
Great fighter. But Luke Riley is
But boy, oh
very
boy.
good. And, they understand what they've got in him.
Yeah.
He's a star. He's got the Batty bangs. He comes out of that camp. A whole bunch of good wins, a whole bunch of finishes. That is going to be a wild fight. And I there's not a whole lot as far as ranking implications there, but it is an important fight because Patty is still a hot commodity. And this guy, Luke Riley, is the next out of their camp that's going to make a wave out of next gen.
Yeah. Well,
Sorry.
here's the thing. If they're bringing a guy who's a relative newcomer to the UFC, which Michael is, because I remember it was like less than a year ago, I saw him fight here on a regional scene in Houston.
He fought Yachty
Yeah.
in Fury about a year and a half ago. Yeah.
Exactly.
Great fight.
And so if you're bringing a guy who's brand new to the organization, who most people don't know, in for a co-main event,
Yeah.
buddy, you're bringing him in to get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
So,
but
but he's a good fighter. That's what the UFC's thought process
Yeah.
is there for sure.
And he went to war with Yachty. It was a decision. Yachty won the fight. Gave Aswell his first loss as a pro. But that fight is going to be interesting because he's a dog. He can go he can go 25 minutes. When I've seen him fight for 25 straight.
Yeah.
And he can do it just fine. So it'll be interesting. But yeah, have fun at that fight card, man. That'll be fun. I hear obviously from Dana, but from other people who've also been to events in the UK, that the energy in the UK for UFC fights and all sporting events in general, mostly probably soccer, it's just crazy.
I will go back on what I said about not going to live events. I would go to England for a fight.
Yeah.
I would do that. I would go to England. I would go to Abu Dhabi for a fight. That's kind of
Japan would be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. Vegas is just whatever. I've been to a few in Vegas, and it's just the people are just too hammered, and it's too. I don't know. I feel like sometimes that
it's wild.
The fans are not really the real true MMA fans, but
yeah, it really does. There's certain cities that really bring the best out of the UFC, and apparently all of them in the UK.
Yeah, Liverpool, Manchester, London. You can't
Yeah.
miss there.
Yeah, so it'll be
Constantinos, I'm just curious, how close to the cage did you get for $2,500? That's and I assume that's
2,500 pounds, right? That's more
over
than
$3,000.
Woo!
Is your girl at least a fan as well?
Taking her to Harrods for a shopping spree before.
So let's see here.
Those nuts outside of Harrods, there's like warm hot nuts being like Kev's hot nuts. There's hot nuts and they like put like caramel sugar on them. Oh yeah, and they're just like it's freezing cold and you just get this bag of fresh hot nuts. And then when we went to Harrods,
if somebody's just tuning in now, they're like, what? I thought this was like a watch party for the UFC. What are these two? So Bautista gave Umar a fairly competitive fight. I think he's coming back. Yeah, I really like, especially after watching. I mean, I don't mean to sound that way, but after watching that striking montage of Oliveira, I think I'm pretty confident in my pick for Mario here.
Oh, he said come to Liverpool for a soccer match.
I know you guys aren't really into soccer, but trust me, if you come to the UK, you have to go to a Liverpool game. I mean, I don't dislike soccer. I just don't really know soccer.
Yeah,
right?
I'm down to go. It looks like it'd be a fun time. They like take to the city.
Yeah,
and I've been working on my Liverpool accent. I'm pretty good.
Oh,
sounding like
roll that one
like
out.
Potley the Botley. Gonna take the Beltbach. Lad, I'm taking the Beltbach to Liverpool.
That's actually not not
Come
as bad
on,
as
lad.
I thought it was going to be.
Come on, lad.
But so Konstantinos, the World Cup is, as you know, I'm sure if you're a soccer fan, is coming here to the U.S. And Canada and Mexico. Apparently, it's a whole deal. But anyways, Houston is hosting several of the games, and there's a huge Hispanic population here. So people from Mexico, Central America, South America, a lot of Venezuelans and Cubans and Colombians here in Houston, and a lot of Africans too. And they're huge into soccer. So like that's all I see is promotion here for the World Cup. But I was talking to my barber, our barber, Christian. And,
shout out Mankind.
Shout
out Mankind Barbers.
Mankind
Best
Barbershop.
in town, Houston.
And he's a big soccer fan.
Oh yeah.
But I asked him if he's going, and he's like, I want to really bad, but the tickets are outrageously expensive.
Are they?
So yeah, which is a bummer.
Yeah. Well, see, and that's the thing. Like, I'm not really tied to soccer, and Houston's not a soccer city.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to go watch an event, if I'm in Liverpool, I will go watch that. You go watch Liverpool play Arsenal or whatever.
Yeah.
You get a really good experience. But if like Mexico is playing Canada in Houston, you're not going to find me there.
Yeah, that's just not. Yeah,
whatever.
Now, if it's like Spain versus Colombia or something like that, that's a different story.
Yeah.
So
we got the walkout, Oliveira. Is he?
JCM, what's up, man? Thanks for joining the chat. Japan events are insane. Was there for Horiguchi versus Pettis, and you could hear a pin drop at times. See, that's the thing about the Asian fan base.
Yeah.
They're not spilling beers down the back of somebody's shirt, you know? And I took my wife to, God, what was that?
San Antonio or?
So no, it was Oliveira Chandler here in Houston. It was after the John Jones fight.
Mr. Chandler.
And yeah, somebody spilled an ice water. Thank God it wasn't a beer, and it splashed on us. And the guy's just screaming the whole time, just like beer breath. And
yeah,
my wife was like, yeah, she likes fighting. She'll watch the fight. She's not going to watch a fight night like this, but a pay-per-view event she'll definitely get into. But she was like, yeah, I'm all set on going to a live event again.
Yeah, I'm good on that. All right, quick piss break before the main event starts.
Yep. So Vinicius Oliveira walking out now. Nick, he said your Scouse accent is not half bad.
Let's go.
So, okay.
Doc just left a comment on Facebook. Great job, boys.
Awesome. Thank you, Doc. Thanks for everybody watching. So we've got, just so you all know, I'm kind of monitoring the chat here on my computer. The majority of you are watching here on YouTube, and that's where the chat's happening. But we do have, looks like 74 on X, a couple on Kick, and then Facebook is kind of dead tonight, it seems. So
91 total.
91 total. So 91 total. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in, choosing to listen to Nick and I, and occasionally Chris yap over Laura Sanko, Brendan Fitzgerald, and Paul Felder. So we appreciate you all being here. And Konstantinos, I'm not really a soccer fan, but we'll defo come to watch a game in America for the World Cup. Yeah, it's happened. They're coming. They're here in Houston. So if you do make your way over here, definitely let us know. We would love to meet you. That would be awesome. And I don't know if I'll go to the game, but we could definitely grab a bite to eat or something like that. That would be super fun. All right, Mario Bautista is walking out now. Let me put a most slept on MMA channel, Murphy, for the W. Thank you, bro. I really appreciate it. Yeah, you're the best, man.
Thank you.
Thank you for all the kind words. Did you happen to see, we did a little bit of a different episode on Wednesday, which is why we didn't, unfortunately, get our predictions video out for this one. I had to do a quick one for Instagram. But Bob Perez was who we interviewed.
Coach, my personal coach, Crew Bob Perez, Derek Lewis's coach,
Kevin Holland,
long time.
Daniel Pineda.
Took Lauren Murphy to that title run.
Yeah. He's been in three title. He's cornered 3 title fights. Unfortunately, did not win any of the 3 of them. He's coming up on his 100th UFC corner.
Yeah, next weekend,
which will be weekend after next.
Oh yeah.
UFC here in Houston. Funny enough, that's pretty cool to do your 100th in your hometown.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. You'd think you'd wind up flying somewhere across the world, but and half the time it's in Vegas. But yeah, it's pretty cool that he landed 100 at Houston
when he's been all over the world. And so anyways, he's a wealth of knowledge, and so it was a really fun episode because we talked a little bit about, excuse me, a little bit about Derek and a little bit about some of his, corners and stuff like that. The Curtis Blades fight, how scary that was in the Apex back in the day when you could hear a pin drop. And I don't know, it's a really interesting episode. It's not something that we normally do where it's just kind of an hour-long chat about MMA and we got into current events and stuff like that. But definitely, if you haven't, check that out. And let's see here. Hopefully I'll make it to Houston one day. I'll let you know.
Hey, the rodeo. So the rodeo, we have the biggest rodeo in the entire world. Every year, February through March, it's like 5 weeks long. And every night of the week, one of the biggest music artists is in town. And right before their show, it's like a full-blown rodeo where you can go watch all of the rodeo events, the bull riding, the bucking broncos,
it's dope.
The one where they carry the carriage.
The
carriage
carriage racing.
The mutton busting where the little kids get on the sheep.
That's really cool.
They have to hold on. And then so like I got to go last year. I saw Zach Brown Band. And all the people that play, they do like an hour. So you get like a nice, good concert. It's not too long, not too loud, but you also get to see the rodeo before. And if you're lucky enough, get tickets to like the barbecue cook-off.
Yeah.
All of the
we
best
went to that. My wife and I
world.
went to, my
crazy.
Some of you know, but most of you probably don't. My day job is I'm a real estate agent, so I sell houses here in Houston, and I do a lot of business with some of the builders, and they always get these really good tickets to these cook-offs.
Yeah.
So I took my wife to that, and that was awesome. We basically ate our way through the rodeo. But yeah, that's a really good time to come. Anytime in late February, early March, that's definitely when you want to come.
And they have like 10 roller coasters, and
no, it's sick.
What you might think of like a rodeo, it's at our it's at the NFL stadium, the Houston Texans.
Well, yeah, you
stadium.
can look it up. Look up some YouTube videos of the Houston rodeo. It's pretty wild.
It's bananas.
Quick before they get this going, did you guys watch the PFL? I caught the tail end of it. I had some stuff to do with the family today that I didn't see all of it, but I did watch.
And I did.
The main event was fantastic.
Main event, great fight. Usman, I hope Usman does make it over to the UFC soon. He's making good money over in the PFL, but it would be cool to see like a Arman Sarukian versus Usman Nurmagomedov. Ilya Topuria versus Usman Nurmagomedov.
Well, I think he's top 3 155ers in the world. I think Arman, Ilya, and Usman are the best 3 155ers in the world.
He's right up there, man. He's a great fighter. And then my friend was the main of the prelims, Colton England. You must have saw Amaru Magomedov.
That was a tough one for our
30,
boy.
Yeah, 25, 30-second finish. I mean, Amaru is great. We knew how good he was going into this fight camp. And, Colton did really well to prepare for him, but some guys are just at a different level. And it appears to me not only is Amaru good, but the expectations put on him from Team Khabib and Dagestan are that, okay, you're really good. We expect you to become world champion.
Yeah. So that's what we were saying that, when we interviewed Bob on Wednesday, he said that kind of off camera because he didn't want to, say something that would be heard by somebody.
Mm-hmm.
He said, man, that guy can kick. He said, I'm really concerned about it. And then what did he do? He just came out there and landed that massive liver kick.
Beautiful liver kick, yeah.
Let's see, real quick before the round starts, Bautista and the MMA Lab will be too prepared and crafty for a wild style like Oliveira. I love MMA Lab. John Crouch. Yeah, 100%.
MMA Lab knows what they're doing.
Constantinos, do you guys think you'll come to London anytime soon? I would love to, man.
I would love to come back. Yeah. It's been years since I've been there. I love London. I'm not much of a cold weather guy, but if you have the right clothes, you can make it work. Beautiful, beautiful kick.
Yeah. I've got a wife and a 3-year-old. So it's kind of like logistically planning for things can be tough sometimes. So it'd be like a family trip, but we'd like to do that. My wife is Cuban, so she's got some people that live in Spain, so we've talked about trying to do like a Europe thing where we go and stay for a little while and do some stuff. So I don't know exactly when, but the answer is I would love to. Bless you. Bless you.
Sorry, guys.
That was
sorry about that.
Echoing throughout the chambers.
My bad. Yeah, I love it over there. The food's great. Yeah, it's awesome.
So okay, so we're a minute in to the main event here. We've got Oliveira against the cage against Mario Bautista, and working an underhook. Mario's looking for that half plumb. So far, not a whole lot. Kind of a neutral position here. Oliveira, as we expected to be, very strong, very powerful early. He cuts 50 pounds, which is insane.
Yeah.
How much is that going to come back to
30 back?
Yeah. And how much is that going to come back to hurt him if this fight goes late? I think
so. He's got good counters, but he's a little slow with them. And he
beautiful inside leg trip there by Mario Bautista.
Yeah.
Mario's fighting a little aggressive here. If I'm Mario's camp, I'm probably telling him, let's slow cook this guy. There's no need to make this. It's always great when you can get in there and make it a quick night. You don't get paid by the round, you get paid by the fight.
Yep.
So make it a quick one. But in this scenario, I would almost want to see Mario kind of slow roast Oliveira here if he can.
Yeah, try to drag him into the deep waters. It'd be good to, see how he fares later in the fight. But at the same time, if he's bringing the action, you gotta meet him in the middle.
Yeah,
go for it.
Let's see here. Okay, so we're still in the clinch. We've been in the clinch for about a minute.
Beautiful. You see
Mario really good turning of the corner there and dragged Oliveira down. We've got Oliveira on the bottom in a butterfly guard. Both hands clasped behind Bautista's back, but that was some really good grappling by Mario there. He stuck with it. He turned the corner and he got the drag down.
Well, and he had a lot of good scrambles with Umar.
His legs in a little bit of trouble here with Oliveira. Little bit of a heel hook position, but I don't expect. Stepped over very nicely.
Beautiful.
And that's the problem with the heel hook in MMA. If you can get that step over, the next thing that's coming is you're getting punched in the face.
Right, because you usually have to keep at least one hand on that foot if you want to secure it.
Those MMA guys, the jiu-jitsu, pure jiu-jitsu guys don't have to account for that at all.
No.
And I've seen quite a few people on the local scene here in MMA, commit hard for a heel hook and then get knocked the F out about 10 seconds later,
Yeah, you're not
because you got to use both hands.
Yeah.
Walter Walker has got a system clearly that works for the heel hook in MMA. That would be a great instructional for him to teach how to land the heel hook in MMA, because that is a hard a hard submission to get.
But my advice would be do it after you retire, because if it's working, just keep doing it. The heavyweights aren't training it, clearly.
Is he going to heel hook his way to a title fight?
I hope so.
He was my submission artist of the year. Yeah. There were some submissions that were
great elbow,
better than a heel hook, but like when you talk about the amount of them that he landed in a row, like you got to give him submission ace of 2025.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Oliveira can't play this game and expect to win this fight.
Yeah, this is
laying on the ground, eating ground and pound shots, and
Mario's way too much of a vet for this to really work with him.
Yeah.
And the problem here is we all, unless Oliveira's got a gas tank that we just don't know about, he's burning up daylight in what we think are his most precious minutes of this fight to win this fight, right?
We certainly don't expect him to be the fresher fighter at the end. So what he's doing laying on the ground in the first round is not a great game plan, in my opinion.
Yeah, and Mario's winning every minute of these, kicking the legs, and Mario looks
not having to work.
Oh my God, Oliveira already looks tired.
Yeah, mouth breathing after one round.
He needs what? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Kenneth, welterweight co-main. Are you talking about the PFL? Tonight's co-main was was there a welterweight?
Yes. Kurmagomedov. Kurmagomedov.
Okay.
He won and he retired. 29 years old. Yeah, he was like, I just think I'm done. That's good for me.
Did he win the $1 million at some point or something like that?
Maybe, but he 170 champion and had a good fight, fun fight.
Yeah, I only caught the main and then some of the prelims because of the schedule today. But
yeah, he was good. But he said, I think I'm done, and I think he's undefeated.
Yeah,
undefeated record, world champion, calls it a day.
That's crazy, man. So yeah, okay, yeah, got it, Kenneth. Yeah, that I need to go back and see that one, especially if he retired. That's incredible.
Yeah.
I forgot how good Bautista is. Yeah, man, he's really. I mean, he looked good against Umar. Umar is just, really, really good as well.
Oh yeah, you see that? That was beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful timing by Bautista there. Oliveira's shots are heavy, but they're a little telegraphed, if I'm being honest.
Very telegraphed and slow. He's slow when he counters. He has the right idea for the counter.
Yeah.
He sees pull and throw the two with transfer the weight. He sees that, but he throws it at a slower pace than you can get away with at bantamweight.
For sure. Constantinos, thank you so much, man. We really appreciate all the love.
Thank you.
Super out of context, but do you guys agree that this will be DDP's downfall year? I literally just talked to my boys about him. Yeah.
I want to see him fight Brendan Allen. We were just talking about that. I mean, it feels like at 185, there's not many options. I haven't heard much from DDP.
I think he needs to go to 205.
Yeah.
He's strong. I think he's got a lot more ability to, I mean, how do I want to say this? Like, I think for sure with Hamzat at the top, he's not getting the belt, right?
No.
He's not as fast. He's not as clean as some of the guys at 85, but you can get away with that at 205. Like, think of like a Yuri versus DDP. Now, my money would still be on Prohaska to win that fight, right? But it would be fun to see him in some different matchups, some different looks, not have him. He's a big boy too.
Yeah.
He carries a lot of muscle. I'd like to see him, because one thing about DDP is, say what you will about the way his striking looks, the guy's damn powerful.
It's effective.
If he had 20 extra pounds, what would that do? I don't know. I mean, you know what, Constantinos? I think my answer on that is I have no idea. I need to see him in one more fight. I don't think what we saw Hamzat do to him can really indicate where his career is going. I think we need to see what happens in his next fight. And if he loses his next fight, yes, for sure, it'll be his downfall year.
Oh,
that was a good shot by Bautista. He hurt Oliveira there.
Beautiful trip. Oh,
absolutely
beautiful
reversal there.
Mario is always around. And you see, he had these same reactions when he was fighting Umar.
Yeah.
But Umar was always one step ahead and able to just land in a better spot every time. Oliveira, he's looking for sweeps. He's looking for reversals. But Mario, it knows how to scramble. He knows exactly his understanding of two bodies in a scramble wrestling situation.
Yeah.
He understands it really well.
Yuri versus DDP would be the funniest fight ever. Yeah, that would be awkward fight of the year candidate for sure.
Yeah. Oh, I would love that one. Yeah. See, that's a really fun fight.
Yeah, Joey, I agree. The only way Oliveira wins is a big shot. And that is getting less and less likely by the second here. That reversal was sick.
Yeah.
Bautista's really, really good, man. He's just in a time where, I mean, he's definitely not number 9. I mean, I know that's the number that's next to his name. There's not 8 guys better than him at bantamweight.
No.
Umar, Merab, Peter,
Sugar.
Maybe Sugar.
Yeah, Sugar's better than him.
You think?
Sugar beat Peter Yan.
Yeah, well, I mean, that, and that was a long time ago too. I mean, I think Peter and Sugar looks very different right now.
It could.
Peter, I don't think, to be honest with you, I don't think any bantamweight beats the Peter Yan that we saw in December, truthfully.
No. I agree, but his style, we know what beats Sugar Sean. And we know that Sugar Sean can figure out Peter Yan.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We saw him do it. He couldn't figure out Merab because of the issue. It's a logistics issue there.
Yeah.
But Peter
Sean will never beat Merab.
No.
Merab's got the right style to beat Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seth, I'm not gonna lie, man. I hope you win your bet, but I'm getting a little bit nervous too. Oliveira was breathing heavy after the first round.
Oh no.
I'm a little concerned that he's going to be able to go another 15. Oh wow. Oh wow.
Keeping the position while holding.
Look at wow, going for wow.
Oh, you see, Oliveira was looking for any way out of there. He's exhausted. He had no answers, and he was
Mario Bautista. Goodness gracious! Wow. Okay, really high level grappling.
He's so good.
I mean, he had Umar in a leg entanglement there for a minute. It was a little dicey, but that was sick. You know, the Kimura attempt and using that to get to a back take and then a rear naked choke. I agree with you though. Oliveira looked like he was done. He
tapped instantly, so he wasn't unconscious, and the choke wasn't hurting him. He was looking for a way out of that fight. I think maybe.
Hey Chris, I got a question for you. So we're gonna recap this now. Would it be better for us to end the live and do another live? Okay. Okay. All right. So, okay, guys, if you want to stay with us, we are going to give our thoughts on the main card for a good 20, 25 minutes or so after they call the fight here or announce Mario's the winner and get to hear what he has to say. And then we'll give you our full thoughts and recap on the fight. In the meantime, let's go to the comments real quick. Joey, that Mario reversal. Yeah, I got that. Reversal was sick. That was awesome. Really good grappling in this fight out of him.
Sorry, real quick. Once we transition to that, you just want to change the title on YouTube to
recap. Yeah. So Sandhagen very underrated too. Yeah, Corey's good. I mean, he lost a decision to Merab, but
great fighter.
I mean, until Peter came looking like an absolute world beater, nobody beat Merab.
That's right.
And I'm interested to see that rematch. I mean, Merab really killed himself in 2025 with the
5 fights in 15 months.
So wow, no way. Mario looked incredible. I slept on Mario badly. Yeah, Mario's a G. He's good. Yeah, that's good. Yep. Now, will you be able to cut this video out to post it as a video, or it'll just be
a part of the live?
Yeah. Okay.
I'll need some time because it'll take a while to export it and then read. Give me 1 second.
So Mario thinking that he Oliveira saw a hole in his game against Umar in the grappling and thinking that he could get some things done in the grappling, but he miscalculated just how good Mario is. Yeah, I mean, that's a really fair statement by Mario there. I mean, Umar's the man.
Yeah.
I can't change the title either, so
no worries. All right, so what we saw there, what we saw there was just a totally different level, and
we can do that.
They're still talking to Paul Felder's still talking to Bautista. Yeah, I mean, he came in confident. He knew what his skills were, and he knew how to take this fight where he needed to win. So,
how old is Mario? 30?
Yeah, I think
he's still got a bright future. He really can do some things. I mean, Merab's 36, I think, 30 or 35.
He just called for Corey Sandhagen, so he wants a rematch with Corey Sandhagen. So that's a great fight.
That's a great fight.
And Sandhagen needs an opponent. His video he posted the other day was hilarious, like watching other fighters fight in my division while I'm sitting on the bench. And it was really funny because he started like flicking off the TV. It was hilarious.
Man, wow. So Chris, have we figured out, are we gonna
just give me like 2 minutes to see what I can do. I'm trying to get the thumbnail from the other video.
Okay. So we're gonna recap. We're either going to give you our recap here, or we're gonna cut the live and then go live again with our recap of the fight. Just give us a second to hammer this logistical stuff out. So Sean Strickland versus Hernandez. So we got next weekend, Valentine's Day off. You taking any lucky ladies out for Valentine's Day?
Nope, nothing on the books. Nothing on the books.
Little Valentine's Day hack, if you will, pro tip. The wife and I started about 4 years ago going out on the 13th instead of the 14th, because 14th you get the prefixed menu bullshit at all
sucks.
and everybody, it's just 2-hour waits everywhere. For us, it doesn't matter. We've been together long enough. It doesn't have to be on the 14th. We just, let's go out to dinner on the 13th.
Right.
Miss the crowd because everybody's at home on the 13th.
Right.
And then, pro tip for you guys. If you have any of you guys have any special lucky ladies you're taking out for Valentine's Day, give the 13th a shot.
Yeah.
So I think we're good to go. Do you want to go ahead and call
Yep.
it? And we'll meet over there?
Okay, guys. So here's the thing. We are going to cut the live here, and then we're going to go live with an immediate recap. That way, if somebody's watching it after the fact, they won't have to go through 3 hours of commentary to find the recap. So anyways, we will see you guys over there in a second. We hope you all come over. Look for it. It'll be out here in just a couple of minutes. Thank you so much for watching the live with us, and we'll see you in just a second.
Peace.